Johnson's Do It Best Hardware, Charleston Auto Parts and Service, and by the Britt Bar and Grill. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Instep Flooring in Kanawha, Michael Foods of Britt, and by Central Financial Group of Britt and Kanawha. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by H&R Block of Forest City, Garner, and Algona, the Titanium Lunchbox in Britt, and by Hancock County ASAP. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by these Britt businesses: Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, the Cobbler Shop, the Hobnob, and your J. Hiscox State Farm team in Britt. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Com One, the local one, in Kanawha, Corwith, Clemmy, Britt, Duncan, and Garner. Stellar Industries in Garner and Kanawha, and by McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by these Britt businesses: Big Brad's Barbecue, Pritchard Auto Company, and by Mojo Productions. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Buckleman Grain Equipment of Britt, and by the First State Bank of Britt and Woden. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by McCluskey Appliance of Garner and Mason City, and by First Citizens Bank of Kanawha. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company in Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, and Dow's, Summit House Retirement Community in Britt, and by Casey Nielsen Limited, your John Deere dealer in Kanawha. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Tony Sense of Sense Seed and Services, your Pioneer dealer in Britt, and by Hancock County Health System of Britt, Garner, Kanawha, and Wesley. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Britt Seed Company, your channel seedsmen and precision planting dealers in Britt, Britt Chamber of Commerce, and by Jackie and Darren at the Britt Food Center. Now let's go courtside for Eagle Basketball on B103.
And a very pleasant good evening to you from a very quiet Cardinals Arena here as the pep band gets into action here on the Eagles Sports Network. A.J. Taylor with you here. Mel Bosley back in master control. And, of course, our executive producers are Carl Wildred, Zarin Egestall, and the hardest working producer in radio, Angela Nelson. We've got a very busy day ahead of us here as it is the Battle of Hancock County, and boy, is it ever going to be a good one as we're taking a look at teams that could be very easily matched. You're looking at Jenna Pringnitz, who has 123 points on this team, surpassed by two other individuals on this squad. Chloe Frank, who you would expect, with 167 points, and Liz Richardson, again, another senior, as you would expect, with 141 points. These two combination, doesn't matter what sport they're in, they are absolutely very difficult to have to deal with, particularly Chloe in the middle. As we take a look at our West Hancock Eagles, Mallory Lear, well, she has 165 points. You've got Scout Johansson, who's got 104 points on this season. And you've got a young lady who has really begun to make a name for herself here, without any question. That's Kennedy Kelly, who was our MBT Sports Prep of the Week. Our pregame show, of course, brought to you by Miller & Sons Golf Cars in Britt, your easy-go headquarters for golf car sales, service, finance, and leasing. Plus, they sell Cushman haulers and Aluma trailers. So go Eagles from Miller & Sons Easy-Go Golf Cars in Britt. Check out their inventory at millergolfcars.com. Going to be a fun night. Hope you can stay around for it. We'll come back with starting lineups and the beginning of this game right after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Skip Miller of Miller & Sons Easy-Go Golf Cars in Britt. Take the long way home with the all-new EX1 gas engine car. Best-in-class fuel economy, a quiet, refined ride, less downtime, and more responsive acceleration. Now is the time to buy with financing as low as 1.99% on select models. Trust our certified team for all your customization, Easy-Go parts, and service needs. Miller & Sons Easy-Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
And here we go, opening introductions. Let's have at it.
Number 10, Mallory Lear. I guard a 5'5" senior, number 11, Kelly. I guard a 5'7" senior, number 22, Scout Johansson. And in the middle, the 6' senior, number 32, Leah Aitchison. Eagles are coached by head coach Paul Sonius, assisted by Kevin Wilson and Dale Hesley. And now, your starting lineup for your James B. Cardinals. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 4, Becca Haley. At guard, a 6' senior, number 10, Chloe Frank. At forward, a 5'6" junior, number 12, Morgan Craig. In the middle, a 6' senior, number 14, Liz Richardson. And at forward, a 5'11" sophomore, number 20, Greta Gow. Cardinals are coached by head coach Matt Frank, assisted by Josh Barnsey and Hannah Redding. Now you all please rise and remove your hats as we honor our great country. Tonight our national anthem will be played by your James B. Cardinal Pep Band.
Eagles basketball in 30 seconds on B103.
Hi, I'm Skip Miller of Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt. Take the long way home with the all-new EX1 gas engine car. Best-in-class fuel economy, a quiet, refined ride, less downtime, and more responsive acceleration. Now is the time to buy with financing as low as 1.99% on select models. Trust our certified team for all your customization, easy-go parts, and service needs. Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
We are set to go here. The Eagles will be in their all-red uniforms, the new ones, with the white trim and white numerals, also silver bands here and there. And, of course, the Cardinals will be in their all-white uniforms with the red numerals and trim. Cardinals get the first ball. They put the shot up, and that one bounces off the rim, no good. Collected back up and lost out of bounds. It'll belong to the Eagles. Chloe Frank trying to figure out what to do with the basketball, but it just didn't have a handle on the silly thing, so now here we go. Mallory pitches off over towards Scout, who'll work it across the timeline on the near side, fires to Mallory. She fires into the corner where, going underneath, is Gopal, and she is rejected. The ball goes out of bounds, and Gopal will inbound here. She will inbound from the far side. Bounce pass inside underneath the Mallory, kicks it out to Scout, shot up, no good. Foul batted around all over the place. Scout comes up with it, gets it to Mallory. Three-point range, off the iron, no good. Scoots back out like a bowling ball. Here comes Mallory, kicks it over into the corner. Ball's going to go, stay in play. Mallory getting pushed, and they'll say she stepped out of bounds. So the inbounds pass here in the Battle of Hancock County resumes as they fired across court, working it over here towards the far side. This is Ryan with the, Kren with the basketball, fires to the near side, picked up there by Richardson. She dishes down low, here working underneath is Gall. She can't quite get it. Now they'll go to the top of the key and inside, picked up there by Richardson. They rotate back outside again, do the Cardinals, and look to fire it underneath. Cardinals nearly get the ball stolen, and Mallory Lear is going to get called for a personal foul. That'll be the first team foul in the contest. Cardinals to inbound here. Inbounds pass working into the far corner. Now they'll rotate up to the top. Back inside underneath, nearly stolen away. Ball still batted around all over the place. Looking, firing into the corner now, trying to find Richardson. They get it back up to the top where they've got Prin. Back it comes to Richardson. Ball nearly stolen away by Kennedy Kelly. First shot is up and it is good. 2-0, Cardinals have the lead. Across the timeline, Scout fakes the pitch, holds on to it, gets it over to Magic. Magic fumbles around with a silly thing. It's going to get out of bounds and belong to the Eagles. Inbounds pass here. Mallory Lear gets it off to Scout, who comes right across the Cardinal insignia in the center. Gives it off to Lear. Lear working over to the corner. Now here's Gopal with it, playing around with it down deep. Looking inside, now here's Big A. Aitchison fires it up high to Magic. Kennedy looking to go in. Jumper, three-point range. Off the iron, no good. Rebound put back up by Gopal, not quite there. Taken away by the Cardinals. Here's Frank with the basketball now as she dribbles across the timeline, far side. Frank fires over, gets it off to Halick. Now they rotate over here to the near side, picked up by Krein. Into the corner here, working it around. Here's Halick, looking to go inside the paint, fires outside. Fake by Goff. She fires up to the top of the key, and a foul called on Kennedy Kelly.
Number 11, Kennedy Kelly, her first, number 2 on the Eagles.
That'll be the second team foul on the Eagles. Inbounds pass. They'll rotate it around up to the top of the key. Picked up here by Frank. She fires over to the far side. Working it there is Krein. Now into the corner. Moving it around here. Here comes Halick. Puts a shot up, and that one is good. It's 4-0. Kennedy Kelly trying to respond back. Brings it up to the top of the key. Bounce pass right into the defense, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. Foul called. No, they'll say double dribbling. As Liz Richardson guilty of that. Timeout called, 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well, too. Cardinals have a 4-0 lead on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala community. You support us so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchards.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchards.com. Go Eagles.
Underway as we get set. It is Scout bringing the basketball up over the Cardinal logo, working her way to the far side. Mallory with it now as she tries to go down the sideline, and she's blocked, and the foul is called. This one's going to go against Greta Goff. That'll be the Cardinals' first team foul of the game. Jenna Pringnitz now makes her way into the ball game here. Inbounds pass, looking to Mallory, comes up top to Scout. Scout runs into a stingy defense, so they give it off to Magic. She dances one way, goes the other, gives it off to Lear. Law Firm firing it off to Scout, who gets it back to Lear, who's looking around on the inside, can't find it, so they give it off to Scout down deep in the far corner. Here comes Big A rotating the thing around, ball batted around like a volleyball, and Pringnitz comes up with it. Across the timeline, working her way over to the far side. She'll dribble it up here to the top. Picked up now by Krein, and a foul. No, traveling is called.
Number 2, Cameron Ethel.
Scout realizes that we're supposed to inbound the silly thing, so now decides to pass it off. Bringing the basketball up, here's Kennedy with it. Across the timeline, back to Scout again. She's pushed off, gives it off to Kennedy. Bounce pass back out to Big A. Ball stolen away. And this one ends up in the possession of the Eagles. Inbound again now. Scout looking, fires it off to Magic. Bounce pass to Scout again, who fumbles around with it. Now passes it over to Kennedy. Jumper, three-point range. Off the iron, no. Taken away there by Gopel. She dribbles and passes back to Kennedy. Kennedy's going to bounce around in there like a basketball herself. Loses it and brings the ball out to the Cardinals. Here's Krein with it now. Top of the key, dealing with Scout. Passing it down low. Aitchison looks like she took a swat at it, and the foul is called. Now they're going to call this on Scout.
22 is Scott Johansson, reverse. Number 3 on the Eagles. Morgan Krein on the
Leah had a look like that song, wouldn't me? And it wasn't. First offering is up. And it's no good. 4-0 here, 3:53 left to go in the first quarter. Brueggemann's going to come in for Aitchison here. Here's Goff's next offering, and that one rims around and finally settles in.
In the Cardinal lineup, number 2, Kylie Anderson.
Anderson now will step into the ball game for the Cardinals. And back the other way, here's Scout with it. Cross the timeline, fires the near side. Brueggemann gets her first touch, and she throws it away. Here comes Frank. Tries to lay it up, loses it off her thigh, and it is Eagle basketball. We're coming close on setting a record here for not scoring in a quarter. Ladies, we got to do something here. So Scout goes one way, then the other. Gives it off to Magic. No. Now she picks it up, gets it over towards Eccles. Mighty Mouse fires in the corner. Underneath the Kennedy, drives the lane. Shot is rejected. Here come the Cardinals right back again. Kennedy says, all right, enough of this. Hi, how you doing? Ball stolen away. Scout scrambling for it. The jump possession favors the Eagles, and so they will get possession of the ball. Mallory Lear comes in fresh off instructions. Gopel will sit down. And it's 3:16 left to go in the quarter. Inbound here. Mallory's got it. Pitches it back to Scout and says, you bring it up. Frank says, hi, how you doing? Right at the timeline. Dishes off over to Mighty Mouse. Eccles going to work her way up to the top of the key. Runs into a whole bunch of trees and gives it off to Mallory. Back it comes to Kennedy over on the top of the key. She'll rotate up, looking to go to the perimeter. Kicks it back out. Lear, jumper, three-point range. That one does not go down. Kennedy can't recover it. Mallory can't recover it. And here comes Pringnitz. Looking at the top of the key, fires over to the near side, picked up Anderson. Now back it comes to her. She fumbles around with a silly thing. Eccles wanted it too, but it comes back into the hands of Anderson. Now they rotate to the far side. Pringnitz watches as her team spends way too much time in the lane. Inbounds pass. Scout will bring it up. Ladies, 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Are we going to score here? Eccles brings it up to the top of the key. Kicks it off of the thigh. The official will call it there. Eagles will get the ball back. So Eccles will step in and see what she can do. Alick back in the ball game again now. Inbounds pass. Scout with it here. Fakes. Thought about a three. Gives it off to Eccles. She gets a little mugged, but gets it back over to Kennedy. Top of the key to Mallory now. Bounce pass inside. Brueggemann outside. Kennedy runs into trouble. Goes baseline. Kicks it back out again. Rotate to the top. Mallory for three. Off the iron. No good. Tracked down by Brueggemann deep in the corner. Well, the Eagles get their first defensive rebound or offensive rebound. Here's Eccles. Jumper, three-point range. That thing settles in and scores. 5-3 with 1:58 left to go. Whew, I thought we were going to break a record, folks. Here's a pass over to the far side, picked up by Richardson. Richardson going baseline, goes up top, picked up there by Frank. She goes and dishes it off over here to Halick. Halick dancing around with it, dealing with Mallory Lear. Now they fire it over to the far side, picked up by Frank. Back top of the key. Here's Richardson, near side. Pringnitz underneath. Here's a turnaround jumper. That one off the iron, no good. Put back up and in. Goff getting her fourth point of the ball game. 7-3 our score here, first quarter. Now Scout handles the basketball. Bounce pass, gets it to Mallory. Back to, it comes over near side. Scout jumper off the iron, no good. Brueggemann fighting for it under the bucket. It'll go out of bounds off her hands. With 1:13 left to go, and the Cardinals will inbound. Leah Aitchison comes into the ball game, so does Gopal. Coach trying to rotate people around. Coach, in the meantime, gives a little bit of a conversation off to Scout. And stepping over and back are the Cardinals as a nice setup on a block by Leah Aitchison right at the timeline forces a mistake, and now the Eagles get the ball back down by 4. Pass over here to the near side. Eccles rotate back around. Here's Mallory for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Goes everywhere. It touches literally every hand except the referees. Now they come back the other way. Setting it up here now is Krein. Looking, giving it off to Halick. Halick dishing it off now to Krein. Just going to play a little stall ball here while we try to figure out what's going on. Prignitz with the basketball far side, dishing it back over to Richardson. Near side, it's to Halick. Halick, top of the key, over to Krein. Jumper, 3-point range. Back iron, no good. Somebody grab it. Eagles have got it as Kennedy Kelly reaches, and she's fouled. 25 seconds to go. Chloe Frank comes back into the ball game, and so does Anderson as she'll replace number 20 Goff. Will have a nice seat and 4 points. Inbounds here. Here's Kennedy Kelly with a basketball as she brings it across the timeline on the far side. Dribbling up into the center. Mallory's got it back. It comes to Magic. White Magic tries to go in the lane. Can't find it. They'll kick it to Mighty Mouse. Back it comes to Mallory. Inside, Big A. Jumper. Eccles up and off the iron. No good. Mallory comes from nowhere. Puts the shot up. That one goes nowhere. Referee's got a decision to make as it goes out of bounds. He gives it to the Eagles. 3.2 seconds left to go. Coach reminds everybody, we're going to be talking here pretty quick. You might want to put something in. So Kennedy Kelly, jumper, 3-point range, off the iron, no good. And that is where we end. 7-3 our score. First quarter back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
If you've been to a wedding in the Midwest in the last 2 decades, chances are good it's been Mojo Productions rocking the reception. And if it's a party you want, Mojo Productions can deliver. Street dances, private parties, even karaoke. Mojo Productions has you covered. So give us a call at 515-408-1074 and get Mojo working for you.
Sense Seed and Services in Britt, your local Pioneer team. Pioneer brand soybean varieties are raising the bar on yields and pushing those yields even higher with local knowledge, services, and support. So make the most of every acre with Pioneer brand soybeans and premium seed treatments like Ulevo. Sense Seed and Services in Britt and Pioneer, with you from the word go.
Hey Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
All right, remember during tonight's games to text in those votes for your Britt Food Center players of the game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. Now let's head back to AJ and your second quarter.
7-3 our score, 7:57 left to go before recess. Here's the pass over to the far side, picked up there by Krein. Underneath, they give it off over to Frank, and now they'll dish it back up top of the key and reset everything as Richardson goes over here towards the near side. Thinking she saw something white is probably one of the spectators wearing a white shirt, and bingo, it goes out of bounds. Kennedy with the basketball across the timeline, gives it off to Eccles. Bounce pass into the corner, jumper up, and that one off the back iron, no good. And a foul called underneath. It'll be an offensive foul. This will be against the Eagles.
32, Leah Aitchison. Her first.
Leah gets her first personal and fourth team foul overall. Inbound to Frank. She fires back over towards Krein. Now they go down deep here on this near side to Goff. She can't do anything with it, so now they'll try to work it down the baseline. Bounce pass underneath. Goff puts it up and in. That makes it now a 9-3 contest. Eagles need to possibly wake up here as another pass goes out of bounds. Eccles nowhere near tall enough to try and get that one. Even the folks in the second tier were wondering if it was going to come down to them. Here's Krein. Fires. Gets it down along the baseline. Picked up by Richardson. She drives the lane, puts it up and in. Okay, Kennedy Kelly with the basketball here. Bounce pass to Eccles. Back it comes to Kennedy. She fires to the far side. And that one stolen away by the Cardinals. Here comes Frank driving down the lane. Whoopsie daisy, did she stutter step? No, says the referee. As they work it here to Krein. They pass it back underneath. Here's Goff. She's trying to get rid of it. Off it comes, and Aitchison thought she got all ball, but it ended up being a hand. That'll be foul number 2 on Aitchison here. Remember, she had 3 fouls in the last game the Eagles played, and that was before the end of the second quarter. First offering up and in. 12-3 our score here. Bruggeman's going to come in. Scout will also make her appearance again. Ladies are starting off a little slow. Next offering up and in makes it now 13-3, 10-point lead. Scout with the basketball here. Bounce pass over to Gopel. Looks to go inside, and I don't know what's going on here. As they pass the ball over here to the near side, Pringnance has got it. Pringnance fires over to the far side, picked up there by Frank. She puts it in the corner. Jumper to Pringnance. Three-pointer, no good. Collected up by Mallory, and here come the Eagles the other way. Mallory stutter steps, looks, near side. Scout recovers, gets it inside to Bruggeman. She loops it inside to Gopel, push shot up, and good. There we go. 13-5 with 5:56 left to go before coffee and donuts. Working it back the other way. Here's Krein with the basketball, and nearly stolen away. Eagles working it back the other direction. Downtown pass, gives it off to Goff. Easy layup up and in. 5:40 left to go before tea and crumpets, and here comes Scout across the timeline. Bounce pass into the corner, picked up there by Gopel. Now here comes Magic. Back, bounce pass back it comes to Bruggeman. Kennedy thinking about a shot here, decides to go in, tries to pass in underneath, and it's out of bounds on the Cardinals. Inbounds here again, top of the key. Scout, give it off to Magic. She can't find anything. She decides to go in the lane. Pushing it back, driving inside, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound and a reach around foul is going to be called on Scout. Coach wants a 30, no, he wants a 60-second timeout. He needs to have a long conversation with these ladies, so let's take it as well, too. Eagles down 15-5, 5:12 to go in the half on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala communities. You support us, we can support them. Check us out on Pritchard.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchard.com. Go Eagles.
Swenson's Do It Best Hardware in Britt. Get thousands of handy items like Traeger grills, WeatherTech products, housewares, tools, plumbing, electrical, and building materials, as well as Valspar, medallion, and pristine interior-exterior paint. Good luck, Eagles, from Swenson's Do It Best Hardware, downtown Britt, serving Britt and the surrounding area for over 40 years.
At ComOne, we bring you local, superior service and products. From fiber-powered digital HD TV, high-speed internet, and telephone. Choose ComOne, your local one, serving Canala, Corwith, Clemmy, Britt, Duncan, and Garner. Friendly service from people you know. Visit ComOneNet.net today.
It is Scout with it, gets it off to Kennedy, puts it around, looking around for the far side. Can't do anything with it, gets it off to Mallory. She can shoot from here, Kennedy can too. Jumper, three-point ring, swish! Inbounds pass now picked up here by Richardson. She drives down the lane, layup up, ball batted around, and it'll go to the Cardinals. 15-8 our score. 4:45 left to go before hot chocolate and marshmallows. Or in this case, we might try some more energy drink and spinach. Inbounds, top of the key. Working it back inside, and Mallory says, that's mine, but the referee says, let's jump for it. So the Eagles will take over on the baseline. Everybody retreats. Inbounds, Scout with a basketball across the timeline here. Pass inside to Bruggeman. Ball batted around and knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Eagles.
Number 2, Kylie Anderson.
Anderson will make her way back into the contest here. Referee scoots Kennedy down just a little bit. She inbounds, gives it off to Mallory. Thought about a three, pulls up, fakes the shot, gets it to Mallory. Mallory scoops it up underneath, gives it underneath the Gopel, bounces around on the rim, no good. Ball taken away by the Cardinals, and they'll bring it back again. Here's Krein with a basketball now. She fires over to the far side, picked up there by Anderson. Over to the far side is Halick. They'll rotate it around, looking for Frank over here on this near end. Can't quite get it to her here. They don't trust the speed of Kennedy. Driving the lane, shot up, foul called.
Foul on number 5, Shelby Gopel.
Going to the line will be Morgan Krein.
Number 7 on the Eagles. Krein on the line, shooting 2.
The 5'8" junior steps up to the line to see if she can hit it. First offering up and in. 8-point lead with 4 minutes and a penny. Eagles do the proverbial switch around the box here to get the rebounders underneath. She aims, she fires, and it is good.
The Cardinal lineup, number 0.
Pringnitz will make her way back into the contest here. She will take the place of Morgan Krein. Now here come the Eagles. Scout with a basketball here, passes over to Kennedy, fakes the pass underneath, gives it to Mallory. Thought about a three. Why did she hesitate? And the ball goes. They'll call a kicking violation. This will go against Mallory Lear. I thought it bounced off her ankles, but he had a closer view. 17-8 is our score here. Cardinals have the lead. 3:49 to go. Excuse me. Frank calls for a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well, too. Couldn't be perfectly more time. 17-8 our score. 3:42 before recess. Cardinals leading on the Eagles Sports Network.
The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. Come try our specialty pizzas, juicy burgers, fresh subs, hot buttery pasta dishes, even decadent desserts. We can also cater all your special events, weddings, prom, graduation, reunions, or even a business luncheon. Customize your menu with casual or formal cuisine. Call us at 641-512-1187 today to book your event. The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. What's in your lunchbox?
All right, the Eagles now will step out after a quick word with Coach Sonius. Cardinals will have the ball. One, two, three, four, five, six. The Cardinals trying to get out there with 6 players. That's a new and innovative way of looking at things and doing it. Pass over to the corner. Pringnitz underneath, gives it off to Goff. She kicks it back out. Pringnitz loses the basketball, and Kennedy says, looky what I found. And they trip her up in the process, and a foul is called.
Number 0, Jenna Pringnitz, her first, number 3 on the Cardinals.
Referee retrieves the ball out of the chemistry room. It's a different color, but nonetheless, here we go. Inbounds pass, picked up by Scout. They give it off to Bruggeman inside the key. Now Scout for 3. That's a front iron possibility. Tracked down in the corner by Gopel. She gets it off to Bruggeman. Short shot up by Scout. Rolls off the rim. Pringnitz last touching it. It'll be Eagles ball. Big A will come in for Bruggeman now, who needs a little bit of a break. Bruggeman's really having to fight some trees out there, Frank and everybody else. Inbounds pass, short shot, up, Mallory. She's missing almost everything here as that one rims off to the side just a little bit. Tough night for her so far. 3:06 to go in this the first half. Chloe with a basketball here. Goalkeeper for the soccer team. Invaluable player for the volleyball team. Kick into the corner here. Picked up there. Alick puts up a jumper, no good. Rebound taken away. Downtown pass. Gopal not that tall, and the ball goes out of bounds. (17-8), 2:49 to go. Inbounds pass. Picked up here by Halick. She gets the ball back. Fires over to Chloe. Now into the corner. Pringnitz gets it nearly knocked out of her hands by Scout. It'll go out of bounds off of her and to make it a 17-8 inbound here with 2:39 to go. Cardinals have the lead. Inbounds, corner, Pringnitz, three. Yes. Downtown pass to Gopal. She picks it up, gets it back to Scout, fires to Kennedy. Magic passes over to the law firm. Jumper, three-point range, and there we go. Nothing like a good hot cup of wake me up to get things going. 20-11 our score here. Pass over to the corner. Here is Frank. She dishes off to Pringnitz. Near side, picked up Halick. Pass. They tried to get it over to Goff. It comes off the fingernails and out of bounds. Eccles will step in now for Gopal. Prine will come into the ball game for the Cardinals. Lear fires off to Scout, and across the timeline we go. Scout bounce pass inside to Eccles. Jumper, three-point range by Mallory. Yes, sir, and that makes it now 20-14. Here's a downtown pass into the corner, and it's gonna go into the chemistry room. Eagles starting to disrupt things, starting to get these Cardinals out of balance, out of gear here. They were a fine-oiled machine early on in the first quarter. Pass up, top of the key. Here's Lear with it. She gets a little bit bumped. Chloe Frank has got it, and the shot is up. It's no good. There's an over the back, but the officials are going to give the ball off to the Eagles. Lear inbounds, gets it off to Scout, who comes across the timeline, working it up, fires into the corner, gives it off to Kennedy Kelly. Kennedy looking, bounce pass off to Aitchison. She gets it knocked out of her hands. Then it'll be Eagles basketball. Coach Sonius letting one of the captains, I won't mention names like Kennedy, have it right now, telling her what she needs to do out there as the field general, or in this case, the court general. Inbounds, Mallory gets it off to Aitchison. Jumper, three-point range. She's got it again. 20-17, a minute 15 left to go. The Cardinals are beginning to feel a little bit of heat out here for some reason. Here's a pass down into the corner, picked up, easy layup. That one is good by Liz Richardson. Eagles come soaring back. Here's Kennedy Kelly at half gear now as she works her way across the timeline. Gets it to Scout, near side Mallory. Mallory goes top of the key, gets it off to Kennedy, fakes the three. Eccles for three, no. Rebound taken away, Pringnitz picked up back the other way. They'll go right to left. Pringnitz pulls up the dribble, fires into the corner, and misses everybody. Eagles to get the ball back yet again. 41.1 seconds left to go. 5-point deficit here. Scout with the basketball across the timeline, works it over towards the right-hand side of your device. They give it off to Kennedy Kelly. She's going to try to work this inside the paint. Bounce pass underneath. Don't know what she was doing. She lost it, though. And once again, the Cardinals lose it. Goff fires over near side. Pringnitz gives it off to Chloe. Jumper, three-point range. Off the side, no good. Here goes Mighty Mouse all the way down. Layup, and she's fouled. Mallory's been playing so hard she has to retie her shoes here. The darn things came loose. Nice stall tactic, gives everybody a bit of a breather. Eccles. Ames fires, swish. 22-18 here. Anderson steps out. Coming in is Krein. Once again, Ames fires. He did that swish. That bounced around on the rim so many times it almost took half hour. Eccles has got it off to Kennedy. 3-point range. Off the side iron, no good. Taken away. Chloe gets fouled by Eccles. Kennedy thought she had a line on the thing.
Number 2, Cameron Eccles, first. Number 8 on the Eagles. Chloe Craig from the line, shooting a 1-and-1.
Chloe will go in for the 1-and-1 with 9.4 seconds left to go here. Ames fires. Doink, taken away by Bruggeman. Don't waste time, ladies. Let's go. Scout across the timeline here. Fires to the corner. Eccles for 3. No. Rebound. Put back up. No. And we stay at 22-19. Cardinals have the lead as we go into halftime here on Eagles Sports Network. We'll come right back as our halftime is being brought to you this hour, as it always is in every single game, by the fine folks over at McNeese Tire. Now let me ask you a question. We just had Snowmageddon. Now we're going to have a very cold cycle of weather coming through. Is your vehicle, semi-truck, or agricultural tire needs not up to par? We'll talk to the folks who've not only got those tire needs covered, but they've also got parts and service in case something goes wrong, like, oh, I don't know, the car doesn't start. Well, see McNeese Tire and Automotive, 1.5 miles west of Brill on Highway 18. They say good luck to the Eagles, and they want you to come by and talk to them. 843-3536. That's 843-3536 if you'd like to socially distance, or maybe you want to find out more. Go to McNeeseTire.com. We'll come back in 3 minutes with our halftime show on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britain.
Hi, I'm Dave Rossley, president of Stellar Industries. Stellar reflects the values of small-town living: honesty, integrity, kindness, and caring. Employee-owned with locations in Garner and Kanawha, Stellar is a proud supporter of the GHB Cardinals and West Hancock Eagles. Log on to StellarIndustries.com to learn more about Stellar and how you can become part of our family.
Go Eagles! From the Britt Chamber of Commerce and our members including Pritchard Auto Company, Renner & Bertram, Sanger Legacy Foundation, Titanium Lunchbox, Unicover, Victory Chiropractic, and West Hancock School District. We appreciate your support. See our Britt Chamber of Commerce Facebook page for info and events.
Hi, this is Ben from the Hobnob in Britt, and we're cooking up all of our Eagle favorites like the Iowa Steak Sandwich, the Honey Barbecue Burger, Dirty Bird, or the Hot Mother Clucker. Try our famous duck wontons and corn dip. Come experience the Hobnob in downtown Britt. See our full menu and daily specials on Facebook, or call 641-843-0508. Go Eagles!
All right, it's halftime. You know what that means. It's time for the Hobnob Challenge Zone. If you're not familiar with this, let me tell you how this works. I'm going to ask you a basketball trivia question. You're going to text in your name and your correct answer or your guess to 828-649-5469. That's your name and your correct answer, hopefully, or guess to 828-649-5469. First correct answer wins a $10 gift certificate to the Hobnob. So once again, you text in your name and your answer to 828-649-5469. Okay, here's tonight's question. What is the shot called when it's made from outside the arc? What is the shot called when it's made from outside the arc? Text in your name and your answer to 828-649-5469. We're going to head back to AJ and your halftime show right after this.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britain.
Well, the joint is jumping out here as the Garner Hayfield Ventura Pep Band is letting everybody know they're in the building. And, boy, they're doing a very good job of it, as a matter of fact. Good stuff they're playing over there. Our halftime show brought to you by McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Check them out today, folks. We're going to be heading into some very cold weather. And if you've got one of those tires that's been on there a while, been a little weathered, you might see that thing go a little lower than it needs to be. And that means it's time for it to be changed. So you want to check out McNeese Tire and Automotive. They've got the right tires at the right price, right for you. All right, let's look at what we got. A 22-19 score here. Cameron Eccles with 9 points, and Kennedy Kelly has 3. Lear has 9. Gopal has 2 in the contest. Scout Johansson hasn't scored yet, neither has Aitchison. On the other side, the leading scorers are number 10, Chloe Frank. She has 4 points. And number 14, Liz Richardson, also with 4 points. And remember, we mentioned at the outset of this game that the one thing you've got to be worried about, particularly right now, is when Chloe Frank gets hot, or if you get Richardson hot, well, then the last thing you want to do is get Pringnance hot, because if she starts scoring from the outside, we have a problem. So the Eagles have to maintain the pressure that they've been maintaining so far, because they're diverting it off onto Goff, who has got 6 points in this game. She is officially the leading scorer for the Cardinals in this game. And she's not typically in that category. I might remind you that for all intensive purposes, Goff has 75 points. That's half of what either Pringnance or Frank have as far as scoring is concerned. It is certainly half of what Liz Richardson has. So if you're letting her have the ball and starting to score, you're going to run into some problems. And that's why it's so important for the Eagles to key in on them and make good things happen there. And they're doing it right now. I mean, certainly this will be a much higher score, much higher scoring game at this point if they had not done just that. The Cardinals are spreading the ball around. For example, they're getting it off to Halick, who has 2 points in the game. They're also getting it off to Krein, who has 3 points in the ball game as well, too. So they're spreading the ball around, trying to see if they can find any open opportunities to put the shots in. We've got to be very, very careful about that. Now, there's something big happening here on the Eagles Sports Network, and I want to tell you about it. It involves you. Yes, you. I'm talking about you. Yeah, you're pointing at yourself. I'm talking to you and everybody else who's a you, okay? You need to be voting for the Britt Food Center Player of the Game. How do you do it? You text us, 828-649-5469. That's 828-MIX, KIOW. The kids love this thing. I frequently get asked, as a matter of fact, during the half times, just before the interviews, who got the award? So, you want to make some lives happy, you want to make some kids happy and participatory in the whole thing? Text us if what you think the player of the game should be. 828-MIX, KIOW. We'll come back after this 3-minute timeout for the start of the second half on the Eagles Sports Network.
During their teen years, the changing brain means that adolescents act differently from adults when it comes to decision-making and problem-solving, including substance use. Research shows that when conversations about alcohol go up, underage drinking goes down. Parents are the #1 influence on their teens' decision to drink or not drink alcohol. Parents, you can help ensure we are giving their brains the best chance for a healthy development by not allowing underage drinking, locking up and monitoring your alcohol supply, and checking in with your teens regularly.
Paid for by Allies for Substance Abuse Prevention and the Federal Drug-Free Community Support Grant.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sanger, proud to be an Eagle. If you're looking for guidance with your financial goals, including insurance and investments, we should have a conversation. Let's prepare for the future together. Give me a call, 515-341-2151. That's 515-341-2151. Go Eagles.
Registered representative, investment advisor representative with Security Financial Services, Inc. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Security Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA/SIPC. Security Advisors Mid-America is independently owned and operated. 124 East Walnut Street, Suite 340, Mankato, Minnesota, 56001. 356-294-QFU5/21.
Trolson Auto Parts in Britt is your local source for all your vehicle needs. We offer a full line of automobile service along with auto parts and accessories for your vehicle. Did you know Trolson's is also a dealer for Snowdog snowplows? Contact Dan at 641-843-3865 for all your automotive needs. Go Eagles.
Hi, this is Ben from the Hobnob in Britt, and we're cooking up all of our Eagle favorites like the Iowa steak sandwich, the honey barbecue burger, Dirty Bird, or the Hot Mother Clucker. Try our famous duck wontons or corn dip. Come experience the Hobnob in downtown Britt. See our full menu and daily specials on Facebook or call 641-843-0508. Go Eagles!
All right, a big congratulations going out to John Stevens. He was the first one to text in the correct answer of three-pointer. That was the answer for tonight's question for what is the shot when it's made from outside the arc. That's a three-pointer. Congratulations, John. You're going to go to the Hobnob. Check out the Hobnob for their excellent food, like their steak sandwich, the Hot Mother Clucker, tachos, or, of course, their famous corn dip. Or you can find a full menu and daily specials on Facebook at CQ Hobnob, or just give them a call at 641-843-0508. That's 641-843-0508. Congratulations, John. Enjoy the Hobnob. We're going to head back to AJ in your halftime show right after this.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britt.
(22-19) starting off the third quarter here on the Eagles Sports Network. Inbounds pass here comes from the Cardinals as it will go up top, dished off here to Richardson. Richardson giving it off now over to Krein. Krein into the corner to Richardson, top of the key. They rotate over to Goff. Now back it comes to Krein. Krein giving it off now towards Chloe Frank, who backs up, gives Kennedy a little bit of a challenge. Working now, they'll rotate the same thing all over again, seeing if they can draw Scout out. Chloe getting the ball now. Kennedy says, no, you don't. I'll fire it over to the far side, picked up there by Halick. Halick, top of the key now, giving it off to Krein. Jumper, three-point range is good to make it 25-19. Here's Scout with the basketball now. She gets double-teamed far side. Ball gets knocked out of her hands. It'll belong to the Eagles. Mallory Lear will inbound here. One of the leaders on the team with 9 points in the contest. Scout, bounce pass off the leg of Chloe Frank. Has to remember this is basketball season. Soccer season starts in 7 weeks. Inbounds. Scout getting it off to Mallory. Maybe it's 8. Anyway, nonetheless, here's Kennedy. Fakes, goes up to the top. Fires to the near side. Gopel looking to go inside the lane. Layup, and they'll say she traveled. Coach not exactly tickled about that. Inbounds pass here. Richardson getting it off to Frank. Clear lane, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound taken away, Scout. Gets past one defender, fires to the corner. Kennedy, jumper, three-point range, misses everything. Taken away by Lear. Back it comes to Kennedy. Kennedy spins, turns off, bounce pass, underneath, shot, blocked partially, gets it off to Gopel. Now back to Scout. Scout gets it knocked out of her hands, and off to the races goes Halick. Layup up, no good, taken away by Scout. Eagles have the advantage, 3-on-2. Here comes Gopel, drives the lane, puts it up, rejected away, and a foul called. Gopel will go to the line here. Chloe commits number 2. That is the first team foul of the second half. First offering up by Gopel, uncharacteristically hits the front end. Gopel aims and fires again. This time dances it around the rim to make it go in. And the Eagles down 25-20. Inbound, gives it over to the far side. Picked up there by Halick. She brings it over to the near end. Dealing with Scout. Looking. Way up top. Can she get any help? Yes, she can as they deliver it over to the far side. Picked up there by Krein. Crine at the top of the key has got Lear on her. Gets it over to Chloe. Frank looking to pass it up over here near side towards Richardson. They get it as close as Anderson now. And they go back up to the top of the key where Crine is waiting. She's got Mallory on her. Can't do anything now. So dishes off, gets it to Halick. Drives the lane, no good. And the shot is blocked. And the referee thought he heard a slap, obviously. And Halick, make that Gopal. Gets her second personal. First team foul of the half. Shot up by Goff is no good. Next offering up, and that one finds its way home. So it's a two possession game here. As Kennedy comes across the timeline, fires it over to Mallory. Into the corner where Scout is waiting. Scout dishing it back over to Mallory. Lear looking. Gets it back over to Johansson. Jumper up, no good. Rebound taken away into the legs of Scout, and a foul is called from behind. As Aitchison comes in and swats at the ball and ends up hitting a hand to make it a third personal for her. Coach not quite breaking the sweat yet because he hasn't got on that pace yet. Here's Halick with the basketball. Dishes it off to Frank. Short shot. This one up and good by Chloe Frank. Chloe coming up with her 6th point in the game here. Ball's swatted out of the hands. And this foul will go against Halick. That'll be foul number 2 on her. Second team foul by the Cardinals. No, you got to move down a foot. There you go. Here's Kennedy with the basketball now. Gives it off to Scout. Scout getting a little bit assessed here. Gets it off over to Kennedy. Kennedy's not going to wait for that nonsense. Passes the ball right into the defense, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. Here's Crine with it. Near side, over to Anderson. I'll give it off to Chloe for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebounded there by the Cardinals. Kennedy being her usual pesty self. Ball stolen away by Mallory Lear. Lear getting mugged. And a foul is called. Chloe on her knees, begging for a foul. And swears, I didn't do it. Inbounds pass, here's Kennedy with it. Back it comes to Scout, back to Kennedy. Bounce pass to Mallory. Mallory takes on 2, kicks it out, gets it over to Kennedy. Near side, Aitchison underneath, shot up, good by Scout Johansson. Johansson now with her 2 points, first of the game. Inbounds pass as the pressure is on, ball goes out of bounds, and the Eagles will take it back. 28-22, 4:10 left to go in the third quarter. This thing's not over yet. Not by a long shot. Gopal's got the basketball. This is the battle of Hancock County. It's never over. Here's Kennedy with the basketball here. Bounce pass to Lear. Gets rid of her defender. Now they get it to Scout. Back it comes over here near side. Kennedy trying to drive the lane. Blocking foul called. Halick getting her first personal. This will be her third personal. Beg your pardon. I can't count stick marks, folks. This is terrible. Inbounds pass now. Sorry, Mrs. Cusick. I didn't mean to fail 3rd grade. I didn't, but anyway. Here's Mallory. Jumper, 3-point range. Swish! 28-25, 3:46 left to go in the quarter. Nearly stolen away by Scout. Eagles have a 2-on-3, 3-on-2. Pass over into the corner. Picked up there by Crine. Outside it comes. Pringnitz for 3. That one no good. Takes a funny bounce, and the Eagles watch the ball nearly go out of bounds. Instead, it does, and it belongs to the Cardinals. The pressure's on. 28-25, 3:24 left to go. This game is getting so hot, my glasses are steaming up here. There we go, working here near side. Here is Richardson. She dishes off over towards Krein. Top of the key, giving it off to Yehalik. Now they bounce pass in the corner. Bodies on the floor. Referees say let's jump for it, and the Eagles will get the ball back. 1 3-pointer is all we need, folks, and we've got this game tied. Chloe Frank will step into the game. Krein will take a well-deserved break. Inbounds pass. Here comes Scout. Let's see what happens here as she comes across the timeline over on the far side. Got to be careful. Hold on to the ball. Make it a good possession. Here's Lear with it now. Chloe Frank wanting to come out and challenge her. Bounce pass. Gets it off to Scout. Scout loses it. Gets it back again. Loops it over to Kennedy Kelly. Bounce pass into the corner. Gopel waiting right there. Get it back to Kennedy. Magic takes on 3 and fires over to Scout. Scout loses the ball again and picks it up. Somebody give her some tackified gloves. Here's a bounce pass over to Scout. Jumper up. That one good. 28-27. Inbounds pass. Pringnitz now. Gets it back. Facing the Eagles' pressure here. They pass it down the middle. Stolen away by Scout. Fire it down to Mallory. Layup up. Not tied yet. Working it back the other way. Ball down on the floor. Nearly stolen away. Pringnitz in trouble on this pressure. Eagles really putting it on here, and a timeout called by the Cardinals. 28-27, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take it on as well, too, on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala communities. You support us so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchard.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchard.com. Go Eagles.
This is Jason Barnes. And this is Rylan Barnes, letting you know that H&R Block is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics.
Please call them for all your income tax, bookkeeping, and payroll needs. Algona, Garner, or Forest City.
Say the Barnes boys sent you.
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
And remember, during tonight's game, to text in those votes for the Britt Food Center Player of the Game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. Now let's head back to AJ and the Battle of Hancock County.
And in so doing, the pressure was so tough, a 5-second violation was called as the Cardinals were handling the basketball. So now Lear will inbound here. Kennedy Kelly clear across the other end of the court here, gets the basketball, bounce pass, gets it off to Mighty Mouse. Back it comes to Magic, gets it stolen away from her. And here comes Chloe DeFranc, putting it up and in. Working it back the other way now. Here comes Scout Johansson. Eagles down by 3. Scout looking, fires over to Mallory. Jumper, 3-point range. No. Rebound taken away by Goff. Back the other way it goes. Into the corner now one more time. Bringing it out here towards the top of the key. Losing the dribble, has to dish it off to Chloe. Chloe nearly gets Mighty Mouse to steal the ball away. It goes flying up in the air. Pringnitz is getting, well, that was a double dribble because 2 people were bouncing the ball at the same time over in the near corner. Now back it comes the other way. Pringnitz with it. She fires inside and offensive foul is called. Chloe saying, come on. Chloe's going to take a seat as she's clearly not happy about the call. 1 minute, 11 seconds to go. Eagles down by 3. We've been down the entire game. Come on, ladies. Let's see if we can get ourselves above water. Bounce pass inside. Kennedy puts the shot up. Nice fight for it, but it does not go down. Eagles Cannot put the pressure on yet. Cardinals bring it across the timeline here. Here's Richardson with a basketball, looking to pass and looking for somebody near side. Gets it over here near side to Krein. Here's the pass underneath. Shot up. That one good. No, they'll say offensive foul on the other end. Kennedy Kelly getting mowed down here. Job well done for the Eagles. Not so much for the Cardinals. 30-27, 37 seconds left to go. Scout handling the ball masterfully, but Lear is not. She bounce passes, gets it off to Kennedy. They'll call a last touch by the Eagles as it goes out of bounds. Kennedy saying, come on, we need to talk. We need to talk. Here's the pass into the paint. They go deep over to the far side. Picked up now. Here's Anderson in trouble. Fires to the outside. Jumper, three-point range. Bounces off the rim, and a foul called underneath. Richardson, who got a little smack in the schnoz, gets called for the foul. She checks everything on the face. Everything's right where it's supposed to be. This should be a shooting foul, gentlemen, and it is.
The Cardinal lineup, number 2, Kylie Anderson.
Anderson will check in now for Richardson. Mallory waiting for everybody to check in. Scout checks out. Gopal comes in. The official says, okay, that's enough, everybody. Mallory on the 1-and-1. Winds, aims, and delivers it in. Coach wants them to go after this basketball, but them down by 2. Inbound, shot up. That one is good. Make it 30-29. As if Lear was going to miss those. Pass over to the far corner. 18 seconds to go. Eagles putting the pressure on here. Mallory getting hit on the floor. Ball will go out of bounds. And they will not call any kind of... Lear discovers that this court here is exceptionally hard as she hit the floor down pretty hard. 9 seconds to go. Eccles patting the back.
Number 2, Cameron Eccles, 3rd second. Number 3.
Cameron realizing that this game is called a little bit tighter than she would expect. Inbound here, they fire it, and the ball stolen away by Kennedy Kelly. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, puts the jumper up, three-point range, no! She did hit the rim. It had the possibility, but the Eagles remain down by 1, 30-29. We go to the 4th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alex Van Griffin, the newest associate at Garner Dental Group. I'm excited to be back in my hometown providing care for the community I grew up in, as well as meeting new patients every day. I'm pleased to join fellow doctors Dr. Amy, Dr. Matt, Dr. Bree in providing great routine dental care, along with offering a wide variety of operative treatments including restoration, oral surgery, root canals, crowns, and prosthetics. I look forward to my career here at Garner Dental Group and caring for you in the years to come.
Garner Dental Group on State Street in Garner. Visit GarnerDental.com.
Baukelman Grain Equipment has been in the grain handling business in Britt for over 50 years. Call Paul at 843-3734 today for more information on grain bins and Shivers drying equipment. Baukelman Grain Equipment in Britt, the grain drying specialist.
Game on at the Britt Barn Grill. Traditional or boneless wings, mild or hot. We've got wings and sports for every fan. High school, college, or pro. Enjoy comfort food like burgers and roasted chicken or daily lunch specials. The best late night entertainment. Britt Barn Grill, downtown Britt, where the fun never stops. Go Eagles.
Cardinals trying to find something inside. Bounce pass out, they work it. Jumper, three-point range, misses everything. Kennedy getting swatted around underneath is the last one to touch it. 7:43. Okay. We've got some number changes for the boys basketball team I've just been made aware of here, but here we go. Chloe with the basketball now. Fires up top of the key. Picked up here by Krein. Krein looking, helping, trying to find somebody down there. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken away by Aitchison. And here come the Eagles back the other way. Scout Johansson gives it off to Magic. Kennedy looking around for just a moment now. Looks to go around the paint, and Mallory can't hang on to the silly thing, but finds the handle at the last second. Gets it off to Kennedy. Kelly working her way inside the paint. Passes outside, and Mallory once again having trouble with the handle. Firing it down low. Aitchison, yes! 31-30. Still having problems in that corner right there. Pass gets across the timeline. Over here to the near side. Krein with it now. Baseline shot up off the iron, no good. Last touch by Aitchison, out of bounds. 6:40 left to go here. Would you expect anything different in this battle of Hancock County? More shoes need to be tied down there. These girls are playing out of them. This is crazy here. Pass inside. Whoops, what's this? They put the shot up. No, that blocked. Bruggeman now and Aitchison playing in there together as they're trying to put some height in under the bucket. Kennedy Kelly stepping back for a moment, drawing the defense back, fires over to Scout. Johansson says, okay, how about you get this back again? Here's Kennedy, jumper, short, up, and no good. Rebound taken away. Scout getting mugged under the bucket, goes to the line. Liz wanted to do more than reach out and touch someone. She almost strangled poor Scout. Not intentionally, by the way. Another 1-and-1 due here with the Cardinals having 18 fouls. Eagles having 3. Scout aims. Back iron, no good. Rebounded Goff. And here come the Cardinals back the other way. Across the timeline here, Kennedy Kelly being a bit of a pest and knocks the ball out of bounds. As I always say, these gals probably wondering, all I need is a lousy can of Raid to get this gnat off my back. Here's Krein. Fires it over here near side. Frank looking around, fires in underneath the Goff. Goff says, no, I can't do anything against Bruggeman. Here, get it out of here. Close got it. She backs up. Kennedy gets in closer. Now they get over here to the near side, picked up by Krein. Krein chases Kennedy all the way across the court. Now they fire to the outside. Where it's waiting, there is Halick. Back it comes to Krein. Eagles playing outstanding man-to-man defense. Krein nearly losing it. In trouble, dishes it off to Goff, and a timeout called as the Cardinals are frustrated and frustrated and almost defeathered at this point. 5:36 to go in the game. Eagles by 131-30 on the Eagles Sports Network.
In-step flooring in Kanawha. Think of plush, luxurious carpets in hundreds of colors and patterns. Consider the handcrafted beauty of exotic and domestic hardwoods. There's also the diverse styles and durability of ceramic and luxury vinyl. Options for all budgets. Choose In-step flooring in Kanawha.
Hi, I'm Cameron, and I play for the West Hancock Eagles. My Grandpa Bill at the Cowboy Shop has been dressing Eagle fans for over 50 years. Get a great deal on men's, women's, and children's West Hancock shirts, hats, hoodies, and coats. Plus, Vikings and Packers gear, Iowa State, Iowa, and UNI apparel, as well as Skechers footwear. Shop the Cowboy Shop, downtown Britt.
Remember to text in those votes for the Britt Food Center Player of the Game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. Now let's head back to AJ and more of your fourth quarter.
Nothing's changed out here. The Cardinals still trying to figure out how to get to the bucket as it is Goff with the basketball. Dishes near side. Picked up now by Krein. Krein gets it kicked away by Mallory Lear. The official keeps reminding everybody this is basketball season. You don't see grass down there. This is a hardwood floor. Inbound, picked up Chloe Frank. Kennedy says hi. We've met. Working it back here towards the top of the key. Now working it over towards the near side. Jumper, three-point range. This is going to be off the iron, no good. Fought for by Aitchison, who got boxed out. Cardinals get the ball back again. Chloe's still trying to figure out what this Kennedy Kelly kid's doing here. Meanwhile, they bounce pass it over towards the near side. Goff has got it. She goes underneath. Spinning, turning, reverse layup up and in. Richardson putting it away. Now Kennedy Kelly comes back up, and once again Chloe says, hey, remember me on the other end? Now here we go to the other side. Bounce pass into the corner. Lear gets it back to Kennedy. Kennedy's trying to find a pick. Get it off to Scout. No. Now they go cross court. Picked up Mallory. Kennedy thought about a three. Got it, and they'll work it over here towards the near side. Shot is up and a foul is called, and the shot is missed. Foul is going to be on Aitchison for pushing off. That'll be foul number 4 for her. The Cardinals get the ball back with a 1-point lead. And the band comes strolling back in again after a long break. Back the other way. Here comes Richardson now. Pass over near to Chloe Frank. Jumper, three-point range. Misses everything except the cheerleader in the door. The officials looking around saying, okay, who shot the ball last? Obviously, Garner attacks on that end, so it's got to be Eagle basketball. And here come the Eagles back the other way. Kennedy Kelly, your team down by 1. Gets it over to Johansson. Ball nearly stolen away this time by Goff. Coach says, I want a 30-second timeout. Let's talk about this. Come on. Eagles down by 1. 4:03 left to go in the game on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala community. You support us so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchards.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchards.com. Go Eagles.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britt.
Back we go here as the Eagles will inbound. It'll be Scout with the basketball. Gets it back over to Kennedy. Kelly looking around for a moment. Stutter steps and fires it over towards Scout. Cross court, here's Mallory now thinking about a three. Gets it back to Scout. Short shot up, game tie. Eagles have the lead, 33-32. Johansson with a nice shot there. Chloe bouncing the basketball around on the other end. Now Prington says, wait a second, I'm in trouble here. Help me out. Ball batted away. Who's going to have it first? It goes off the legs of Kennedy Kelly out of bounds and belongs to the Cardinals. 3:36 left to go. The pressure is on here for these Cardinals as this full court press is almost a little bit too much to handle. Now Richardson with the basketball comes across the timeline. It's going to be 2-on-3. Shot up, and Aitchison may have just fouled out of the game. So Aitchison checks out with 3 minutes and 29 seconds left to go, and Brueggemann says, okay, I'll handle this. Brueggemann herself has 2 personal fouls, so she's got a little room to give with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Richardson aims, fires, and pops the back iron, no good. All Richardson can do on this particular possession is tie. Shot is up, shot is off the iron, no good, and Goebel gets the rebound. Meanwhile, here comes Kennedy Kelly across the timeline, strolling across, easy as you please, wanting to get the attention of everybody. Fires down to Mallory Lear, who almost lost it in the stands on the 3rd row, and a double dribble is called. Who wants to win this ball game? 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. That's the question here. Who has the biggest heart? Kennedy steals the ball away. Down to the floor she goes. Timeout call by Coach. Now Coach Sonius is a little upset with himself because he used his last 60-second timeout. So we'll take it as well, too. Why not? We've used it. It is 33-32. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala community. You support us so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchards.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchards.com. Go Eagles.
So what's the next big thing in farming? Iowa farmers will tell you it's working with the channel seedsman to select products placed to perform in their fields. Iowa farmers trust their channel seedsman to be there every step of the way through the growing season. It's that added benefit of knowing what will work best in your fields for better yield potential. What's the next big thing in farming? It's working with a channel seedsman. Your local channel seedsmen are Al, Rick, and Dave of Britt Seed Company. Like us on Facebook.
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
Magic kicks it out to Gopal. Three-point range. Swish! 36-32, 2:41 left to go here in this game. Chloe Frank with a basketball here. Fires it over to Pringnitz. Pringnitz runs into a triple traffic. Now she fires it over to the other side. Picked up now. Here is Klein with it. Gives it off to Chloe. Frank dishing it into the corner now. Rotating around to Goff. Back it comes to Pringnitz. She's going to try to work her way inside. Gets the ball stripped away. Brueggemann gets it, and here comes Magic with a basketball now. Out of her own end. Chloe Frank coming up to say hi, so she works it over to the far side. Kennedy just trying to draw her over there so they can move the defense over. Scout with a basketball. Around the perimeter they go. Gopal looking. Bounce pass. Gets it off to Kennedy. Kennedy looking around. Mallory's over on the far side. She picks it up. Hangs on to it for a second and admires the paint job here in Garner as she fires it cross court to Gopal. Gopal's got it, gets it off to Kennedy for a moment. Magic stares one way, goes the other, and gives it off to Mallory. And Mallory pulls the ball back and continues to admire the artwork. Back it comes underneath. They give it to Gopal. Jumper. That one's going to be off the side iron, no good. And Mallory Lear is going to trace it down. And the Eagles have the ball again with 1:27 to go, leading by 4 in this Battle of Hancock County. Kennedy Kelly with the basketball now, backing up. Chloe getting ever so closer here. Come on, working it now. Kennedy dribbles over to the far side. Scout's got it. Johansson gets it back to Kennedy. Kennedy stands in the same spot Mallory did. Now fires it over to the near side where Gopal's waiting. Gopal fires it over to Scout. Cross-court pass. Mallory once again admiring the paint job. Now getting it over here near side. They give it off to Gopal. Back it comes to Scout. Scout dribbling the basketball, gets it off to Kennedy. 50 seconds to go. Kennedy dribbling around like Curly Neal, finally gets fouled. Well, that's the way to take 1:36 off the clock. Kennedy will go to the line here. Magic knows the pressure is not on her whatsoever. Ames fires, drops it in. 37-32. She can extend this to a 2.2 possession game here for a pair of three-pointers. She aims, she fires, and get in there. It does not. But a lane violation in the paint gives her another try. Kennedy suddenly has an idea and expresses her viewpoint to everybody out there. And steps in, aims and fires and drops it in the hole. 38-32 our score here. Inbounds pass. Chloe with the basketball, realizing she's got to put it in third gear. Gets it over here near side, over to Anderson. Now the pass in underneath, and Mallory steals the basketball and a foul call.
Number 14, Liz Richardson. Report. Number 10 on the Cardinals.
So Lear will step up to the line here. Kennedy's still trying to make sure everybody understands what needs to be done. Shot up. Now it's a 3-possession ball game. 39, 32, 35 seconds left to go. And by the way, I may remind you of that high school basketball game we did 6 years ago, where 3 possessions in 35 seconds doesn't mean anything. 40-32. Chloe Frank with the basketball. Works her way down towards the far corner. She's double teamed by Mallory and a blocking foul called, and that is what I'm talking about. Chloe is exceptional at being able to draw the foul. She and Pringnance have a great history of that. Inbounds pass, Frank with the basketball, can't wait. Kennedy saying, no, you don't come over here, you don't come over there. Pass up to the top of the key. Back it comes, underneath, Goff, short shot, up and in. With 16.1 seconds left to go, a 60-second timeout is taken by the Cardinals. Eagles up by 6. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Skip Miller of Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt. Take the long way home with the all-new EX1 gas engine car. Best-in-class fuel economy, a quiet, refined ride, less downtime, and more responsive acceleration. Now is the time to buy with financing as low as 1.99% on select models. Trust our certified team for all your customization, Easy Go parts, and service needs. Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
You have a choice where you bank. First State Bank of Britt and Woden are here to make your choices easier. Whether you're looking for personal, business, or agricultural products, we're ready to serve you. Bank on the go 24/7 with our apps for mobile banking and bill pay. First State Bank of Britt and Woden, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We make Hancock County our home.
Bound on the near side. Excuse me. Scout with the basketball here. Bounce pass over to Kennedy. Kennedy's going to wait until she gets fouled, and Richardson will hug her. Make that Halick will hug her.
Number 4, Haley, number 4. Kelly on the line, shooting 2.
You realize we're only halfway through this battle. The boys have yet to come on. So Kennedy Kelly steps up to make it a 3-point lead, or a 3-possession lead, and does.
14 is Richardson. Number 2, Kylie Anderson.
In comes Anderson now, Kylie Anderson as well as Pringnance. The shot is up, and it's in there. 8-point lead by the Eagles with 14 seconds to go. Inbound now, Chloe across the timeline's got to take a 3 somewhere. Pringnance does, and this one misses everything and goes out of bounds and belongs to the Eagles. 4.8 seconds to go. The Eagles will just ceremoniously bring this in, and that'll do it as the Eagles win 42-34. And the Eagles pull off a victory here. Get out of a little bit of a rut. Get back to the business at hand of winning once again. We'll come back with our post-game show, brought to you, of course, by Eric Stacy and the entire crew at the Britt Bar and Grill. You can enjoy steaks, burgers, wings, roasted chicken, and so much more. Don't miss all the action all season long at the Britt Bar and Grill, located on Main Street, just across from the Dollar General. Back after this, timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Game on at the Britt Bar and Grill. Traditional or boneless wings, mild or hot. We've got wings and sports for every fan. High school, college, or pro. Enjoy comfort food like burgers and roasted chicken or daily lunch specials. The best late night entertainment. Britt Bar and Grill, downtown Britt, where the fun never stops. Go Eagles.
McCluskey Appliance for the best quality, selection, and prices on American-made Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Genair appliances. There's only one name to know, McCluskey Appliance. See them in Mason City or Garner and get free delivery and great service after the sale.
Go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto insurance. It's just another way the Brett State Farm team is there to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Jay Hiscox and his team in Brett at 641-843-3563.
K.C. Nielsen Limited, your local John Deere implement in Kanawha, Buffalo Center, Titonka, and Algona.
They carry a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory for your farming operation. When it comes to inspecting your John Deere equipment and providing you precision ag support, K.C. Nielsen has the total package to get the job done right.
Visit kcnielsen.com and follow them on YouTube.
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
All right, what a game it was. Text in those votes for your Britt Food Center player of the game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. We're going to head to AJ and your post-game wrap-up right after this.
Game on at the Britt Bar and Grill. Traditional or boneless wings, mild or hot. We've got wings and sports for every fan. High school, college, or pro. Enjoy comfort food like burgers and roasted chicken or daily lunch specials. The best late night entertainment. Britt Bar and Grill, downtown Britt, where the fun never stops. Go Eagles.
All right, it is, of course, a great night as we start off the Battle of Hancock County with a victory here. Eagles winning by the score of 42-34 on the Eagles Sports Network. Other games right now see the Clear Lake Lions defeating the Algona High School Bulldogs by the score of 60-22 in scoring there. And the Eagles really doing a great job as far as the defense is concerned of the offense. Eccles had 8 points in the ball game. Kennedy Kelly had 10. Lear had 9. Just a well-balanced kind of attack by the Eagles, and certainly one I'm pretty sure they're kind of proud of as far as being able to contain people like the triple scoring threat of Chloe Frank, of Richardson, and stuff. And it not easy to do, there's no question about it, but the ladies pulled it off tonight and in fine fashion. Now, you've listened to the entire game. I know you have. I know you have. You're in Illinois. You're in Missouri. You're in Texas right now. You're in Minnesota. You're all over the place. And you can text in toll free at 828-649-5469 and tell us who you think the players of the game should be. They'll be announced after the boys' game tonight. And we really would like to hear from you guys on that as well, too, because it is, like I said, it's pretty important to the kids. Other scores coming in right now. Nashua Plainfield at the half defeating Newman Catholic by the score of 25-19. Those are the only other scores we've got at this point in time right now. So, our halftime show, of course, has been brought to you by, or our post-game show, beg your pardon. I'm getting too wrapped up in this. Our post-game scoreboard show has been brought to you by Eric Stacy and the entire crew at the Britt Bar and Grill. You can enjoy steaks, burgers, wings, roasted chicken, so much more. Don't miss all the action all season long at the Britt Bar and Grill. And by the way, they're located just across Main Street from the Dollar General. If you want to check it out today, find out what it's all about. The ladies are here. The ladies are here. Yes. All right. So we're not going to wrap things up. We're going to have these ladies talk. All right, got Shelby Gopel here. And a mystery player.
Morgan Francis.
Morgan Francis, yes. I like to tease her. All right, tell me a little bit about this game, because they were really doing a lot of different things. They were showing you a lot of different looks tonight.
Yeah, we started out, we couldn't make our shots right away. Second quarter, we hit quite a few. We were still behind before halftime, and then we came out, started making more shots, and then at the end, we made even more shots, and we pulled out with the win.
When they gave you that defensive look, that 2-3 zone, and you guys had to back out for a minute, because every time you tried to penetrate, the triple towers were coming in on you.
Yeah. With Chloe out there, she's a very hard defender. She has such long arms. It's always it's so hard to get around her and
they stretch
drive
from
in.
one side of the penalty area to the other.
Yes, literally. Yeah. They played good D, but we got them to foul us, and went to the free throw line and made our free throws.
Was there a little bit of a slow start for you guys, or was it just you guys trying to figure out what in the world are they throwing at us here?
Yeah, we definitely had a slow start. Like I said, we didn't make our shots right away, and then we started getting momentum, and then we started eventually making our shots.
Now, you have this very short road trip to Charles City coming
up.
I think that thing, lasts 5 minutes if you're awake?
Yeah.
Tell me about this. This is going to be a long haul, and then you've got a good team like them. Any thoughts ahead of time about what you might see?
I haven't watched film on them yet, but of course we'll go out there, play our game like we do, and try and get a win.
Pretty much it. Yeah, just get a win.
Yeah.
It's a cacophonous place. It's like twice the size of this place. So sometimes that can be kind of intimidating, but do you think that's good experience for you guys, knowing what may be down the road for you guys?
Yes, getting used to other gyms. Because when we go into regional play, we won't be used to any of the gyms that we play at usually, and that'll help us a lot. And like we said, we played in a smaller gym against North Union, and we usually don't play good at North Union, and we came in here tonight and they have a bigger gym, and I feel like a bigger atmosphere honestly helps us a lot.
Sounds good. Okay, let's get to Morgan here, because she's been waiting patiently. She's been waiting with the warm-up jersey and everything else like that. I'm just amazed at that. Morgan, you sat on the bench today, but you're sitting here really trying to help and push these players along. You guys have got a job to do over there.
Oh yeah, we do. That's our biggest goal on the bench, is just support our teammates and watch Sonius. He's kind of fun to watch sometimes. His emotions are everywhere. Especially
when he takes a timeout he didn't want to take.
Oh, we were laughing at him, but don't tell him that.
No. I didn't see it.
Yeah, we just try to support our girls as much as possible and stand up and yell and clap and shake their hands, because that's what encourages them the most.
And, of course, when you're in practice, you're simulating a lot of things, and you're learning some things that the varsity players or the starters and the regular rotators are doing. Do you think that's good, valuable experience for you, as now you're going to head into that kind of a same scenario?
Yeah, I know I don't get much playing time this year, but next year I know I'm going to step up a little bit, and so getting the experience with the taller girls and the more experienced girls will help me, and just getting to watch them is experience already.
What's the sisterhood like here? I just got to ask.
The what?
The sisterhood. What's it like? I mean, are you guys just a solid rock, or what's the deal?
Yeah, even on our bad days, we just always have some sort of bond that we can share the love of basketball in a way that I don't think other teams can. Sometimes we make fun of it, and sometimes it's hard, but we get through it together, so it's really good.
Sounds good. Morgan Francis, and of course, Miss Gopel. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, we will talk with you guys a little bit later. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. Come right back on the Eagles Sports Network. 1 victory down, 1 to go. Back after this.
Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company has been serving the families of North Iowa for decades.
We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help in any way we can. Please feel free to call us at one of our funeral homes or visit our website at ewingfh.com.
Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company at Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, and Dowse.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britt.
Now is the time to get pre-approved and lock in a great residential construction loan rate. Don't wait to build your dream home. Stop in and visit with me, Kelly Rush, at our Mason City West location, or call me at 641-380-3326.
Equal housing lender, residential home loans only.
Hi, this is Ben from the Hobnob in Britt, and we're cooking up all of our Eagle favorites like the Iowa steak sandwich, the honey barbecue burger, Dirty Bird, or the Hot Mother Clucker. Try our famous duck wontons or corn dip. Come experience the Hobnob in downtown Britt. See our full menu and daily specials on Facebook or call 641-843-0508. Go Eagles!
Big Brad's Barbecue, award-winning barbecue for vending, catering, parties, fairs, and festivals. Do you have a family get-together and want barbecue? Give us a call at 515-293-0791. Give us a call now for your occasion in the future. And go Eagles!
Hancock County Health System physical, occupational, and speech therapy programs are here for you. For high school athletes to retirees, HCHS will guide you in minimizing your pain and maximizing your mobility. Hancock County Health System, your health, our care, a lasting partnership.
If you've been to a wedding in the Midwest in the last 2 decades, chances are good it's been Mojo Productions rocking the reception. And if it's a party you want, Mojo Productions can deliver. Street dances, private parties, even karaoke. Mojo Productions has you covered. So give us a call at 515-408-1074 and get Mojo working for you.
Here come your West Hancock Eagles on B103. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by these Brit businesses: Swenson's Do It Best Hardware, Charleston Auto Parts and Service, and by the Brit Bar and Grill. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Instep Flooring in Kanawha, Michael Foods of Brit, and by Central Financial Group of Brit and Kanawha. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by H&R Block of Forest City, Garner, and Algona, the Titanium Lunchbox in Britt, and by Hancock County ASAP. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by these Britt businesses: Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, the Cobbler Shop, the Hobnob, and your J. Hiscox State Farm team in Britt. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Com1, the local one, in Kanawha, Corwith, Clemmy, Britt, Duncan, and Garner. Stellar Industries in Garner and Kanawha, and by McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by these Britt businesses: Big Brad's Barbecue, Pritchard Auto Company, and by Mojo Productions. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Bockelman Grain Equipment of Britt and by the First State Bank of Britt and Woden. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by McCluskey Appliance of Garner and Mason City and by First Citizens Bank of Kanawha. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company in Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, and Dow's, Summit House Retirement Community in Britt, and by Casey Nielsen Limited, your John Deere dealer in Kanawha. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Tony Sense of Sense Seed and Services, your Pioneer dealer in Britt, and by Hancock County Health System of Britt, Garner, Kanawha, and Wesley. Eagle Basketball is brought to you by Britt Seed Company, your channel seedsmen and precision planting dealers in Britt, Britt Chamber of Commerce, and by Jackie and Darren at the Britt Food Center. Now let's go courtside for Eagle Basketball on B103.
Yes. And what a battle we're going to be seeing here in this contest tonight. I'm going to tell you a little bit about these Cardinals. You never turn your back on these guys. Ever do you turn your back on these guys. They've got scorers here that will just score the lights out of the place, and then they have scorers that will come in and sit in a situation that needs to be sat in on. I'm kind of explain to you what's going on. Our pregame show is being brought to you by Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt. Your Easy Go headquarters for golf car sales, service, finance, and leasing. Plus, they sell Cushman haulers and Aluma trailers. Go Eagles from Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt. You can check out their inventory at millergolfcars.com. All right, you've got a 100-point score right now in Evan Sloan. You have a 180-point score in Drew Britson. Then you have an 80-point score in Mason Grimm. And Braden Bunke can hit you with some great shots, and 97 points on the year for him. 91 points for Nathan Roberts. The Eagles have to find a way to shut down these near century or just over the century mark scores. And they've got people that can do this. You've got Red Iceman tonight, 136 points, lots of three-pointers for him as he has been shooting some absolutely daylight shots right now, 34.7%. He nearly leads the team in three-point shots. Evan Hinders is sitting at 50% right now. And then you have Ryland Barnes, 228 points for him on the season. He can certainly create some opportunities. You also have Mitchell Smith with 99 points on the year. And you also have a player that is coming up in Logan Lear who has 69 points. So you can see that there is some balance here when it comes to these two teams. Going to be very interesting to see how well they play out in this contest. This is a team that plays a 2-3 zone, these Cardinals. They also do a 3-2. They can create a lot of problems with a man-to-man and give you fits at midcourt with a lot of their pressure. Let's go down to the starting lineups for our contest here tonight. We've got the cheerleaders being introduced.
Harley, Shelby Hope, Kennedy Lau, Sarah Schmidt, and Audrey Overgaard. Cardinal cheerleaders are coached by head coach Christy Carew. All right, let's introduce the starting lineup for tonight's ballgame. First for the West Hancock Eagles. At forward is 6'2" sophomore, number 2, Mitchell Smith. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 3, Rhett Eisenman. At forward, a 6'3" junior, number 5, Ryland Barnes. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 15, Logan Lear. And at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 21, Jackson Johnson. Eagles are coached by head coach Jay Hiscock, assisted by Kevin Eisenman, Jeremy Barnes, and Jordan Savoy. And now your starting lineup for your GHB Cardinals. At guard is 6'2" senior, number 1, Sam Wood. At forward is 6'3" senior, number 2, Nathan Roberts. At forward is 6' junior, number 3, Braden Becky. At guard is 6'1" junior, number 23, Drew Brinson. And at forward is 6'1" senior, number 35, Evan Sloan. Cardinals are coached by head coach Jake Young, assisted by Scott Brinson and Jacob Gardner.
Eagles basketball in 30 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Skip Miller of Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt. Take the long way home with the all-new EX1 gas engine car. Best-in-class fuel economy, a quiet, refined ride, less downtime, and more responsive acceleration. Now is the time to buy with financing as low as 1.99% on select models. Trust our certified team for all your customization, Easy Go parts, and service needs. Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
We're seeing shades of wild basketball here as the Eagles are getting after it here. Lear kicks out to the corner, gives it off to Hinders. Johnson fires here near side, now picked up. It'll be Johnson over to Lear. Lear working over to Barnes, gives up to Eisman. Eisman kicks it out. Johnson, back it comes to Smith. Fakes the pass one way, kicks it out over to Eisman. He steps back for a second, gives it off to Barnes. Barnes dishing it off over to Smith. Loses it briefly, pulls back up again. Possession arrow as the jump ball is called, and Smith, disgusted with himself, presented the ball to the defense instead of switching off onto his other dribble hand, which would have been away from the defender. Picking it up now. Here is Sloan with the basketball. Inbounds pass now as the Cardinals go to a full court press. Howe with it, fires over near side, picked up there by Benke. Now they dish it off back to Sloan. He powers his way in. And a foul is called as he drives his way in, and he's fouled. It looks like this may go against Barnes.
Well, number 5, Ryland Barnes, his first, number 1 on the Eagles. Evan Sloan on the line, shooting 2.
Barnes has just got to let that go. He's letting it hang with him for a second. Shot up, off the iron, no good. Next offering goes up, and that one finds its way home, and we have our first blood. Woods. Barnes now dishing it off, getting it over here near side to Iceman. Iceman across the timeline, getting it back over to Barnes. Barnes switches hands, now drives the lane, puts the shot up, and he's fouled. And the basket will count. So Barnes will step up to the line here to complete the three-point play. Ryland dribbles the basketball for a minute, looks up, aims, fires, and misses it off the back iron. Picked up here by Roberts. Now the Cardinals break the full court press with Benke now, dishing it back up top of the key. Backing up for just a second now. Here is Britson with it. Britson comes over to the near side, dribbles back again, gets past Iceman, but not past the rest of the Eagles as the ball goes up, no good. Put back up, and that one is in. That makes it a 3-2 contest. Cardinals have the lead. Iceman with a basketball here, top of the key. Gets it off to Barnes, leaves it for Smith in the key. Jumper, three-point range by Iceman, off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Britson as he brings it back up again across the timeline to the arc. Looking to go inside. Iceman closes the door. They'll go back up top. Over here near side, picked up by Benke. Benke looking to drive inside. Ball nearly stolen away. Cardinals looking to kick it over here towards the corner. Working it now is Sloan. He goes up top of the key. That offensive play did not work, so they're going to switch up here. Bringing the basketball, Roberts. He's over on the near side. Fires inside. Shot and foul called as Johnson reaches in, swats the ball away, and it creates the foul.
Number 3, Red Iceman, his first.
Oh, Megan, Red Iceman. Sorry about that.
Sloan on the line for 2.
Deeply apologize to the Johnson family there. Just my bad. That first offering up, and no.
In the Cardinal lineup, number 21, Mason Graham.
Mason Graham steps in, the sophomore. Sloan aims and fires and drops that one in to make it now 4-2, a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. Lear fires over to the corner. Barnes waiting there. Gets it now to Iceman. Ice dishes off to Johnson, who's looking back over to Barnes in the corner on the far end. Barnes rotates to Iceman here on as he tries to come up. Bounce pass, gets it off to Johnson. Dancing around for a moment is Smith wanting to take it, but they'll dish it back over to Lear. Now it comes over to Barnes. Barnes studies the inside. We haven't separated enough, so he spins, turns, gets fouled, but no call. Now Britson's got the basketball. He drives the lane, puts it up and in. Coach Hiscox wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well, too. 4:59 to go in the first. 6-2 Cardinals. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala communities. You support us so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchards.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchards.com. Go Eagles.
Sense Seed and Services in Britt, your local Pioneer team. Pioneer brand soybean varieties are raising the bar on yields and pushing those yields even higher with local knowledge, services, and support. So make the most of every acre with Pioneer brand soybeans and premium seed treatments like Ilevo. Sense Seed and Services in Britt and Pioneer, with you from the word go.
(6-2) our score here, 4:51 to go. Barnes going to work his way inside the paint, kicks it back out again. Lear gets the ball stolen away from him, and back come the Cardinals the other way. Bounce pass underneath, shot up, no good. Britson the putback up and in. That makes it 8-2. Smith with the basketball here, backs up, gets it off to Ice. He works his way to Barnes. Kicks it out over to the far side. Johnson has got it, gets it back to Smith. Smith dribbling around for just a moment, gets it back to Barnes in the far corner. Now they rotate to Iceman, finds the handle, now picks it off to Smith on the far side. Eagles trying to stretch the Cardinals over towards the near side. Bounce pass picked up there by Lear. Back it comes to Ice at the top of the key. The Eagles have got to figure something out on this man-to-man, which is doing a very effective job. Barnes studies the pick, now goes to the top of the key, pulls up the dribble and gives it off to Lear. They work at Eisman over on the far side. Eisman backs up, puts the short shot up. That one dances off the rim, no good. Britson the rebound here with 3:50 to go in the first. Now it comes over to the near side. Sloan's got it, gets it back to Britson. Britson looking around for a moment as the Eagles stay in a man-to-man, with Eisman backing up and staying in the perimeter. They work it over to the far corner. Driving in, driving up. Britson with a jumper up. Three-pointer is good. That is NBA D-League range right there. Another foot back and he would have been in NBA range as Lear backs it up for just a moment. Fires over to the far side. Jumper, three-point range. No, rebound. Britson once again. We're going to hear this name all night long, folks. He dribbles one way, reverses the dribble, scoops in underneath. Cardinals don't find anything in the lane, so they're going to bring it back out again. Here's Wood. Gets it off to Britson. Britson's going to penetrate. He's going to work his way in between four players, puts it up and in as he's circled right around Barnes. And Coach Hiscox has really got his work cut out for him as he screams for his players to get over here now. 30-second timeout back after this.
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
And remember to text in those votes for the Britt Food Center player of the game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. Now back to AJ in the Battle of Hancock County.
Eisman will inbound here with 2:52 left to go in the first quarter. Eagles down 13-2. They haven't been able to put anything in here. Eisman picks up the dribble, gets it back to Lear. Now it comes over to Barnes. He steps up inside the paint, drives inside the lane, looks to spin, turn, muscle his way in, puts the shot up. That one no good. Batted out of there, taken away by the Cardinals. Here comes Graham with a basketball as he dishes off and gets it over to Benke. Benke inside the paint, dealing with Lear. Now they'll work it up towards Sloan. Sloan dishing in, driving up and in. Nathan Roberts, it goes up and in, and he'll go to the line as he's fouled.
Foul on number 3, Red Eisenman is second. Number 3 on Eagles.
Benke once back in the ball game again. Britson will sit down. Britson will come into the ball game. Jackson comes in for Eisman, who's looking a little dejected at this point in time as he sits down. Eagles calling out assignments. They're in the paint. Meanwhile, Roberts aims and fires and pops it off the back iron over the top and picked up there by Smith. Didn't touch anything, so it'll still remain in bounds. As Lear picks up the basketball, bounce pass into Barnes, and Barnes can't get the layup to go down. Driving in, here's Benke. Picking it up here towards the near side. Officials are letting a few things go here right now as they're driving inside the paint. Pass in underneath, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, here come the Eagles, and this looks more like a GHV West Hancock game. Picking it up now, bounce pass, give it over to Henders, jumper, three-point range, swish! 15-5. I was wondering when this is going to break out. A minute 37 to go. Britson with the basketball here. Fires it over to the near side. Picked up now by Benke. Benke goes into the key, kicks it back to Britson. Underneath, they give it off to Roberts. Now the jumper, three-point range from the back end, no good. Picked up now by Barnes. He'll bring it out of his own end. He's calling for people to move around here, which they get Smith over here on the near corner. He's going to work inside the paint. Short shot, up, no good. Rebound taken away by Britson. And driving down the lane, shot up, rolls around and goes in. Here's a big thing right now, folks. The Eagles are hesitating when it comes to the shots, and they need to just let go. Picked up here. Here's Smith. Kick it out over to Henders. Now back to Barnes. Barnes looking around for a moment. Dishes off to Johnson. Rotate near side Smith. Smith challenging his man, Roberts, and now he kicks it out over to Henders. Near side, it gives off to Barnes. Barnes muscling in on Britson. Can't find any room. Has to get it back over to Henders. Rotate top of the key. They get it over to Smith on the far side. 34 seconds to go. Smith drives the lane, puts the shot up, and it falls in for a point. He'll go to the line.
Basket's good. Mitchell Smith. Number 23, Drew Britson is first. Number 2 on the Cardinals. Smith on the line, shooting 1. In the Cardinal line.
Sloan will come into the ball game. Roberts will take a much-needed break. Connor will come into the ball game, and Lear will sit down. Meanwhile, Barnes starts calling out signals, tells Connor, get down here. We need to defend this end with 31 seconds to go, down by 10. Correction, 9, as Smith drops that in. 30 seconds to go. Britson barking out signals over to Sloan as he comes across the timeline here. Looking for a moment to see what's going on as a 2-1-2 gets set up. They pick it up now with Graham. Back it comes to Britson. Far side, set up Benke. Benke looking around saying, there's not enough time off the clock yet. Gives it off to Britson. Britson dancing around 5 feet from the line, decides to challenge. Now they'll work it, rotating around inside, and traveling with the basketball are the Cardinals. 3.5 seconds to go here. Eisman comes in, Lear comes in, Connor comes out, Hinders comes out. Eagles set up with depth as they get Hinders. Now Johnson checks out of the ball game. That gives us the number of people we need. Pass to Smith, give it off to Barnes. Looking for that half-court set shot. Jumper up, off the back iron, no good. 17-8 our score here. The Cardinals have the lead at the end of the first. We'll come right back after 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
Swenson's Do-It-Best Hardware and Britt. Get thousands of handy items like Traeger grills, WeatherTech products, housewares, tools, plumbing, electrical, and building materials, as well as Valspar, medallion, and pristine interior-exterior paint. Good luck, Eagles, from Swenson's Do-It-Best Hardware, downtown Britt, serving Britt and the surrounding area for over 40 years.
At COM1, we bring you local, superior service and products. From fiber-powered digital HD TV, high-speed internet, and telephone. Choose COM1, your local one, serving Kanawha, Corwith, Clemmy, Britt, Duncan, and Garner. Friendly service from people you know. Visit com1net.net today.
The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. Come try our specialty pizzas, juicy burgers, fresh subs, hot buttery pasta dishes, even decadent desserts. We can also cater all your special events, weddings, prom, graduation, reunions, or even a business luncheon. Customize your menu with casual or formal cuisine. Call us at 641-512-1187 today to book your event. The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. What's in your
around the perimeter here, looking, dishes off to Barnes. Barnes rotates, looking inside the paint. Fakes, kicks back out again, gives it off to Lear. Lear looking to fire up top of the key, gets it over to Hinders, far side to Smith. He's in the corner. He's backing in on everybody. Gives it off to Barnes. Barnes wasn't expecting it, but he gets it back. Now he's looking over at Smith to make sure he has it. Smith powering his way in, gets it back outside to Lear. Lear in the corner on the near side. Challenging as the Eagles are pressing these Cardinals down close to the baseline. Working it back, jumper, three-point range, front iron, no good. Nearly collected up by Lear, and a foul is called as he's reaching in, trying to get the ball. Britson hanging on for dear life. Checking for any Talon marks. 17-8 our score here at this into the first quarter, into the second. Here's Benke with the basketball, dishes it off for Britson. Back it comes to Benke. Near side, here's Sloan. Going to try to power his way in, can't do it. They'll work it up top of the key, over towards Wood. Now a jumper, three-point range, no good. Rebound collected up by Smith. And here come the Eagles, soaring back the other way, left to right. Smith powering his way in, gets the ball knocked out of his hands. It's still free on the court. Comes back, it's stolen away. Lear's got a big job to do. Shot up, no good. Put back on the reverse layup is good by number 3, Braden Benke. Coach Hiscox wants yet another timeout, another 60-second timeout, which we'll take with 6:29 left to go before recess. 19-8 our score on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala communities. You support us so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchards.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchards.com. Go Eagles.
Hi, I'm Dave Zroslik, president of Stellar Industries. Stellar reflects the values of small-town living: honesty, integrity, kindness, and caring. Employee-owned with locations in Garner and Kanawha, Stellar is a proud supporter of the GHB Cardinals and West Hancock Eagles. Log on to StellarIndustries.com to learn more about Stellar and how you can become part of our family.
Go Eagles! From the Britt Chamber of Commerce and our members including Pritchard Auto Company, Renner and Bircham, Sanger Legacy Foundation, Titanium Lunchbox, Unicover, Victory Chiropractic, and West Hancock School District. We appreciate your support. See our Britt Chamber of Commerce Facebook page for info and events.
After Coach Hiscox had some polite words to say to the team, they go back out and score a three-pointer and make it now 19-11. He was very gentle in his remarks as they pass it on to Sam Wood. Jumper, three-point range for Britson is up and good. That makes it 22-11 and 5:56 to go. And Britson's the guy you got to shut down. Pass inside underneath the Barnes. They give it off. Short shot up. That one dances around the rim, picking up by Lear. Here's Hinders for three. That off the side of the glass. No good. Rebound taken away by Britson here. Britson challenging and playing with Lear right outside the ear. Puts up a two-pointer. That one is good. As he backs his defender off and is able to put it up and in. Lear responds back and says, remember me on the other end. Dishes off over to Hinders. Now to Barnes over on the far side. Roberts guarding him. They get it off to Smith. Smith right at the key. Dishes off to Lear on the far side. Lear looking around for a moment. Finds Smith down low. Smith comes outside. Gives it off to Hinders. Now to Lear as once again the Eagles are just pressing them into the backcourt. Driving the lane. Shot up. Foul called as Roberts. His arm looked like a baseball bat coming down hard on Smith, knocking the ball out, and Smith taking it kind of on the top of the head for a moment. 5 minutes to go before coffee and donuts. First offering is up and in by Smith. Next offering is up and in. That makes it now 24-13. Here's Britson with the basketball here. Fires over near side and offensive foul. And this one looks like it's going to go against number 32. This is going to be Drew Britson. Referee switches his hand signals and says, no, it's 2-3. Now here's Barnes. He brings it across the timeline, sets up, gives it off to Eisman. Eisman bounce pass over to Lear. Stepped in on the arc, but pulled back and dishes off to Barnes, who's underneath right on the baseline. Spins his way around and a blocking foul is called. They'll inbound it from the far side. Evan Sloan committing the personal. That'll be Sloan's first and the 5th team foul overall. Eagles have 4. 24-13 our score. Eisman fires deep for Barnes into the corner, setting up. Hinders now into Barnes. He drives the lane, puts it up and in on a nice little layup inside the paint to make it now 24-15. Britson with a basketball, challenging once again Barnes, and Barnes is not going to back down, and that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to stay in there with Britson the entire time. Here's a jumper from the corner, up, no good. Rebound taken away by Barnes. He dishes off and gets it over to Lear. Lear comes across the timeline here, fires into the corner. Jumper, three-point range, no. Rebound taken away by Sloan. Back the other way now. Here comes Benke with the basketball. He's going to try to drive in. Underneath, Hinders puts the shot up and in. 26-15, our score here. Working the basketball now. Here is Barnes, and he just gave it up. And a foul is called on Barnes.
Number 5, Brandon Barnes is second. Number 5 on the Eagles.
It'll be a 60-second timeout taken by the Cardinals. We'll take it as well, too. 26-15, 3:34 left to go before Tea and Crumpets on the Eagles Sports Network.
During their teen years, the changing brain means that adolescents act differently from adults when it comes to decision-making and problem-solving, including substance use. Research shows that when conversations about alcohol go up, underage drinking goes down. Parents are the #1 influence on their teens' decision to drink or not drink alcohol. Parents, you can help ensure we are giving their brains the best chance for a healthy development by not allowing underage drinking, locking up and monitoring your alcohol supply, and checking in with your teens regularly.
Paid for by Allies for Substance Abuse Prevention and the Federal Drug-Free Community Support Grant.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sanger, proud to be an Eagle. If you're looking for guidance with your financial goals, including insurance and investments, we should have a conversation. Let's prepare for the future together. Give me a call, 515-341-2151. That's 515-341-2151. Go Eagles.
Registered representative, investment advisor representative with Security Financial Services, Inc. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Security Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA/SIPC. Security Advisors Mid-America is independently owned and operated. 124 East Walnut Street, Suite 340, Mankato, Minnesota, 56001. 356-294 QFU 5/21.
Eagles down by 11 here, 26-15, 3:31 left to go before Coffee and Donuts. Britson with the basketball here, fires down low, and a pushing foul underneath, and this is going to go against Ice. Ice is maybe just a hair mismatched against Sam Wood. Under the bucket. He will go take a seat. Johnson will come in his place. Picking it up, Wood, top of the key, dishes off, Britson, three-point range, and it's good. 29-15, and this is the talent that these Cardinals have. They create these three-point opportunities. Johnson on the other end, swish! That makes it now 29-18 with 3:04 left to go before recess. Wood with the basketball here, passes near side. Picked up now by Graham. Graham goes top key to Sloan. They work it over underneath the Wood. Back the shot up, and that one no good by Mason Graham, but he's fouled in the act of shooting and will hit the stripe. Nathan Roberts is getting ready to come into the ball game here. I think he may be coming in for Wood, as he and Wood are having a rather animated conversation, hand gesturing wise, between each other. First offering up and in by Graham. And indeed, Wood will be substituted here by Nathan Roberts. Next offering goes up, in, out, no good. Lear gets the rebound. Here come the Eagles soaring the other way. Smith kicks it back outside again. Barnes, short shot from the key is up and good to make it now 30-20. 10-point lead with 2:40 left to go before halftime. Britson with the basketball, backing up for just a second. Now looks to kick it over to the far side. Driving inside here is Roberts, and an offensive foul is called as they take down Barnes, and he decides to polish the floor just beyond the baseline. Eagles can narrow the gap here as Hinders will inbound to Lear. As they bring it out of the penalty, out of the paint, working it across the timeline here. Lear working over to the far side, gets it off to Johnson. Back it comes to Lear. He's going to reverse dribble, goes inside the paint, looking for help, kicks it out, gets it over to Barnes. Three-point range, no, rebound Britson. Reverses dribble and brings it back the other way. Pulls up as Hinders was in his face. Now Sloan comes in, loses the basketball, puts it back up again. And Barnes recovers, and Sloan tries to take him down. Well, that might work in the annual football game they have between the two, but not here on this plywood. These two schools, these kids, they all know each other real well. There is a pride between these two schools, and they show it when they play. 2 minutes to go, 10 points down. First offering up and in there. now makes it a 9-point lead for the Cardinals, 30-21. Both teams have 7 team fouls, and by the way, Barnes has 7 points, leading all scores, with the closest one to him being Hinders with 6. Next offering does not find its way in. Britson gets the rebound. Now pulls up with 1:53 to go. Cardinals may be stalling for time here. Britson, far side, getting it off to Wood. Pass, and the ball, stolen away. Eagles had the opportunity. Lear pleading his case that, wait a minute, that's not the right call. Well, the officials will have a conference, and it should go to the Eagles. And it does. So Lear wins his appeal with 1:43 to go and gets it off to Barnes. Now Lear will bring it across the center circle here, being challenged by Wood. Gets it back over to Barnes. Barnes kicking towards Hinders on a very soft dribble. Now gets it back to Hinders. Hinders gonna go inside, make that Lear goes inside, and he's fouled. So to the stripe he goes, and he'll face 4 Cardinals all to his lonesome right around the paint. Everybody else retreating back, and Smith getting some advice and some coaching by Coach Hiscox with 1:27 to go. First offering, back iron, no good. Eagles free throw shooting needs a little work. 30-21. Next offering goes up and in. For the most part, it's good, but it needs to be a little bit stronger, and the players know it. They need to get more focused on that stripe. It's just 10 feet away. Here's Wood. Back it comes to Britson. Thought about it, goes back over to Wood. Wood, Britson, trying to kill the clock with 1:11 to go. Jumper, 3-point range, and that one is a beauty by Wood. NBA range, no doubt. Back the other way into the corner. They work it around over here to the top of the key. Smith dribbling, reverses between his legs. Ball knocked away. Sloan trying to come up with it. Everybody falling down on the floor. The officials will mark it towards West Hancock. Well, the Gardner-Hayfield-Ventura student section feels the exact opposite for some unusual reason. They've got their hard hats on and the safety vests and everything else. They're ready to go for this Battle of Hancock County. Across it comes. Eisman with the basketball now. Brings it over here to the near side, pulls out, gets it into the corner. Hinders waiting there, gets it back to Eisman. Eisman, who can shoot from here, delivers it back out. 36 seconds to go. Reverse shot by Smith, and what a beauty as he had to swing his body around to put it up off the glass, and good to make it 33-24. 9-point lead. Wood thinking about a 3. Back it comes to Britson. Here we go, playing pitch and catch again. These guys do the same thing in baseball during the course of the year. They just love to do this, working it around. 12 seconds on the clock. And not yet. Now Wood. Back to Britson. Back to Wood. Thinking about a 3. Into the corner. They work it around. 4 seconds. Jumper, 3-point range. Back iron, no good. Ball not going to fall. And the Eagles are down by 9 as we head into halftime here. 33-24. And as usual, our halftime is brought to you by the fine folks with McNeese Tire and Automotive. All you got to do is, if you're in need of tires, make sure that you head down there for your vehicle, your semi-truck, your agricultural tires, parts and service. See McNeese Tire, 1.5 miles west of Britt on Highway 18. And you can also call them at 843-3536. That's 843-3536, or online at McNeeseTire.com. We will be graced by the greatest girls basketball mind on the northern side of the state here in just a moment on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britt.
Trolson Auto Parts in Britain is your local source for all your vehicle needs. We offer a full line of automobile service along with auto parts and accessories for your vehicle. Did you know Trolson's is also a dealer for Snowdog snowplows? Contact Dan at 641-843-3865 for all your automotive needs. Go Eagles.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala communities. You support us, so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchards.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchards.com. Go Eagles.
This is Jason Barnes. And this is Rylan Barnes, letting you know that H&R Block is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics. Please call them for all your income tax, bookkeeping, and payroll needs. Algona, Garner, or Forest City. Say the Barnes boys sent you.
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
All right, it's halftime. Remember to text in those votes for the Britt Food Center Player of the Game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. We're going to head to AJ in your halftime show right after this.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britt.
We are here at halftime, the McNeese Tire halftime with, as I always say, the greatest mind in girls basketball on the northern side of the state. Hall of Fame coach and everything else we are talking about, Coach Paulsonius. Coach, y'all have a problem in first gear starting at the beginning of the game. When are you guys going to figure out how to hit the accelerator and actually get going here?
I don't know. It's kind of getting me a little bit too. I said, my wife asked me, "Are you all right? How's your blood pressure?" Well, I said, the bad thing about this is, again, another. At first, I was a little worried. Are we going to waste another great defensive time? I mean, our girls right now, our man-to-man right now, the last 3 games has been very, very good.
Yes.
And actually, I love the way we're playing it. It's just they get on the offensive end. It's like when the ball comes to you, you need to be ready. Now, granted, there are some times when you're not going to shoot it, but a lot of times we have girls that have 2 steps on their girl. 2 steps, you're shooting the ball with 2 steps. And then the other thing is, we're trying to dribble the ball, but we dribble away from the basket. So if you're not going to shoot that ball, then attack the gap between on the wing, and as you attack that gap, come to that jump stop and be ready to either shoot it or do it. Tonight you saw a few of the girls shoot the ball in the middle lane. We worked on that. I told the girls right now, yeah, we're good 3-point shooters, but you got to have some. We got to be ready to put the ball in the lane. You got to shoot those jump shots, and when you start shooting those jump shots, you start making them. That's going to move everybody down a little bit, and it'll give you a little bit better shots too.
Hesitation.
Oh, that's big time right now.
I understand maybe you're worried. You've got Chloe in there she's an albatross with those arms. And that, by the way, for the fine folks, I am not insulting her at all in any way, shape, or form, because, look, I was called that as well, too, and I thought that was an honor because I was a soccer goalkeeper. Oh, and by the way, Chloe is as well, too, so imagine that.
Yeah.
But, she can reach all over the place, and she can cause havoc. Do you think it's then just measuring up the situation, or is it just maybe I should distribute the ball and see what we can create even more?
Well, distributing the balls is fine, but that's not what you got to do all the time against a zone. You got to be ready to knock down the shots. We're doing a lot of thinking. If I ask them to shoot, well, there's somebody here, is this there, whatever. There's too many excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the excuses. Forget the thinking. Just be ready to come out and shoot. And we have some girls that can put the ball in the hoop. See it in practice. We've seen it at the beginning of the year when everybody just came out and was just shooting. I think what happens is you go through some times where Forest City we shot just badly.
Right.
And then the girls, they take that to heart a little bit more than they should. And then we, come out. We don't shoot that well against Hampton Dumont and the next one, Belmont. But, we played Garrigan. But Garrigan gave us a lot of open shots, too. But we made that by going inside and then coming back out.
Right.
In the second half here, we moved the ball across. We skipped the ball across. And as the ball got skipped across, Scout Johansson went to the middle, caught the ball, shot the ball. Kennedy had one she drove in. I thought it was going to be in, too. It just missed. We've got to understand, come into the middle. Don't necessarily always look to try to be trying to force it in for a layup. Be ready to knock down that short jumper. And then when they do come out on you, now you come to a jump stop, and then you go around them for a nice layup. These are things that we need to get to the point where we start believing in ourselves. And, everybody, you know this.
Yeah.
I give nobody's got the red light on my team.
No. That thing's been burned out since I got here.
No kidding. And I said, I tell the girls, you might shoot 16 shots and only make 4 one night. Next night, you might shoot 16 shots and make 10.
Right.
It just depends. But the more confidence you have, the non-thinking that you do is going to make you a better basketball player and make this team better. Because guess what? When we shoot the ball, we got to get some rebounds too. And tonight, we got some offensive boards. And I think that's one of the keys we have to understand. When a girl does shoot, everybody else needs to hit the boards. And I think we're at our best when we do look to be shooters and do look to get rebounds, because then those rebounds get a chance to put back and maybe get fouls at the same time.
The one thing I've noticed, and this is just a personal observation, maybe I'm wrong, I usually am. But when you get into a situation like this where you're shooting, and in years past, I've watched you guys go to state. I've watched you've had Rachel, you've had everybody shooting the ball like crazy.
Yep.
And all of a sudden there becomes this massive disorganization on the defensive side because they don't know who's supposed to get the ball. And if you're shooting those outside threes, it's taking wild bounces that you end up getting as well too. So is it a fear factor going in, or is it just a I'm afraid I'm going to lose the game?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out right now. I think some when they shoot, I just think right now, when we're ready to shoot, we're not ready right now. The ball comes to us, we're not in that triple threat position. I think for a while there we lost that. One of the things we worked on at the beginning of the year was the follow through. I think for about the first 2 weeks of January we kind of lost that.
Right.
We just kind of shot the ball. If we have the follow through, we're in good shape. We shoot the ball well. And I think tonight, hopefully, we get going here. This will be a good way right now for our girls to understand, because in this game we hit some shots. I mean, Mallory Lear, it was good to see her just step in and shoot it. Kennedy knocked down one of her first ones, and then she kind of hesitated again.
Right.
Wanted to do that little dribble. And I think sometimes they think if I don't shoot this three and I drive, it's going to be a much better shot. That's not always true. But we also have one other issue, and we got to understand that when somebody drives, we've got to move to the better spot. And I think like I told the girls, I love our defense. Our defense right now is playing very good.
Right.
But we got a lot of work to do yet. But you know what? That's why you got these games coming up, and we just keep working. And I think we're going to do fine.
Aitchison's getting a little physical into the bucket, and result tonight with the tight calling, fouls out. But what do you think?
Well, I think she put herself in bad positions tonight a little bit more compared to the others. I thought Maddie came in and played a really good game for her. I think you look along. I think all the girls played a good game. I mean, Scout in the second half. Cameron hit a big shot in the first half that actually helped us. I mean, you have to understand, she hit bucket. I think she had a layup too or something. Hey, every girl's doing something. Maybe not throughout the whole game, but we got to have them throughout the games here and there as we go along. Somebody's got to keep stepping up throughout the game.
Quick thought, Charles City.
I'm not quite sure about Charles City, but we'll worry about them, but I'm worried more about that Friday night game.
Yes, I am too. All right, Coach, thanks much.
Thanks, AJ.
All right, let's get back to the ball game here, folks, as the Cardinals have the basketball, and they're working it around over towards the near end. 33-24 our score. Our executive producers, Carl Woldridge, Zarnig Stahl, and the hardest working producer in radio, Angela Nelson, along with Ann Feener back in traffic, and Mel Balsley back in master control, keeping this chaos under control. Pass over to the corner. Tapped in, Sloan. He's going to work his way over towards the top of the key. And Wood pulls back and says, I'm not sure about this. Gives it off over to the far side, picked up by Benke, and he puts up a 3. It's back to a 12-point lead. Kicking it around. Here's Johnson. Gets the door shut, so gets it over to Barnes. Barnes gets it to Lear here on the near side. Lear crosses up to Smith. Smith looking around for a moment. Dishes off to Barnes. 3-point range. Back iron. No good. Taken away now. Here's Wood. Looking to pass through the key. Dishes over here to the near side. Picked up now by Benke. Over underneath. They'll pass it back to Benke. Jumper. 3-point range, and it's good. Timeout called, and we should, because once these guys get hot, they get stupid hot. Cardinals will watch as the Eagles take a timeout on the Eagles Sports, 60-second timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canala communities. You support us so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchard.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchard.com. Go Eagles.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alex Fingerpin, the newest associate at Garner Dental Group. I'm excited to be back in my hometown providing care for the community I grew up in, as well as meeting new patients every day. I'm pleased to join fellow doctors Dr. Amy, Dr. Matt, Dr. Bree in providing great routine dental care, along with offering a wide variety of operative treatments including restoration, oral surgery, root canals, crowns, and prosthetics. I look forward to my career here at Garner Dental Group and caring for you in the years to come.
Garner Dental Group on State Street in Garner. Visit GarnerDental.com.
Third quarter, Eagles are down 39-24 in the Battle of Hancock County. A.J. Taylor with you here as the Eagles will inbound and work it up towards the center where Barnes has it, gets it off to Heisman. He'll work it through the center circle now. Cardinals are into man-to-man, so kicking into the corner. Here is Lear, top of the key. Johnson works it back over to the near side. Iceman down to Barnes on the far side. Barnes comes out. They dish it back over to Smith, back to Lear here on the near side. Lear tries the spin move, puts it up, no good. Ball comes free, and Smith has it. Iceman, jumper, 3-point range, slid. 6:13 left to go, 39-27 our score, 12-point lead here now. Cardinals can counter with a 3 as they work it up. They'll pass it over to the far side, picked up now by Roberts. Into the corner, jumper, 3-point range, off the rim, no good. Rebound taken away by Lear. 5:53 to go now. Iceman near side, gives it off to Barnes. Smith. Now they work it back around towards Johnson. Now Lear on the far side. Eagles moving right to left. Here's Barnes. Spins off one defender. Spins, turns, puts the shot up, no good. Backing away come the Cardinals. Here's Benke with a basketball now. Pulls up, fires to the far side. Sloan right there. He decides to, no, I'm not going to go in. Kick it back out to the far side. Now here's Sloan again, waiting. Gets it off over to Wood. Wood dishes back. Now they'll set things up at the top of the key with Roberts. Here's Britson now. Steps into the top of the key. Draws 2 defenders. They'll rotate underneath. Looking to find some room. Roberts under the bucket. Kicks it back out again. Sloan winds up for a 3. It's off the iron, no good. Collected up by Iceman. Loses his man. Dishes off over to Barnes. Barnes at the top of the key. Gets it back to Lear. Jumper, 3-point range. Swish. 39-30. Make it now with 4:44 to go in the third quarter. Britson with the basketball across the timeline. Fires over to the near side. Picked up now by Benke. Benke working his way inside the key. Fires over to the far side where Woods is waiting. He puts up a 3. That one no good. Floated into Iceman's hands. And here come the Eagles soaring back right to left. It is Lear back to Iceman. Near side. It is Barnes. Smith who goes inside. Reverse layup. That one finds its way in. That makes it now 39-30 or 32. And it'll be a 30-second timeout as the Cardinals have been watching the Eagles soaring back in and creating havoc. Back after this timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Baukelman Grain Equipment has been in the grain handling business in Britt for over 50 years. Call Paul at 843-3734 today for more information on grain bins and Shivers drying equipment. Baukelman Grain Equipment in Britt, the grain drying specialist.
Game on at the Britt Bar and Grill. Traditional or boneless wings, mild or hot. We've got wings and sports for every fan. High school, college, or pro. Enjoy comfort food like burgers and roasted chicken or daily lunch specials. The best late night entertainment. Britt Bar and Grill, downtown Britt, where the fun never stops. Go Eagles.
Well, we haven't heard from Britson here. He's got 21 points in the contest so far for the Cardinals. The Eagles only have one player right now who is in double figures, and that's Eisman. To the corner they go. Britson puts up a jumper. That one no good. Taken away now by Lear. And away come the Eagles soaring to the other end. Smith with it. Kicks it back up top. Gets it to Eisman. Goes inside the paint. Puts the layup up. Just tickles the front of the rim, and the Cardinals get the ball back. Working his way over here near side, it is Roberts. Underneath now towards Benke. Back it comes to Roberts. He's dealing with Barnes out along the baseline, so they retreat back up to the top of the key to the Cards. Benke into the corner, Britson right there, dishing it off to Roberts, trying to find somebody underneath. Ball comes free. Lear's got it. Gets away from one defender, puts the layup up. It's up and in. Eagles have to hurry up and get back to the other end now as they're down 39-34. Bounce pass into the corner underneath. Here goes Sloan as he tries to muscle his way in, and they will call an offensive foul on him. That is Sloan's third personal, but the first team foul so far, so no penalties to the line, and here comes Lear as he comes across, greeted by two. Lear looping it over here near side to Barnes. Bounce pass, go over to Eisman. Jumper, three-point range. No, rebound Smith. Bounce pass outside. They give it over to Johnson. Back it comes to Barnes. Barnes gets it back to Johnson. They're going to stretch this 2-3 zone if they can do it. Lear working his way around the corner. Fires down low. Eisman, jumper, three-point range. Swish! 39-37 here now. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. The Cardinals looking a little bit mystified as they bring the basketball up. This is a young team, good team, lots of promise as they fire over to the far end. Picked up there by Graham. He goes to Britson in the corner on the far side. Britson almost loses it, but gets it back. Back it goes to Graham underneath, ball free. Picked up by the Cardinals. They'll fire it over to the top of the key, picked up there by Benke. Benke going to challenge Lears. He works his way in the paint. Ball nearly stolen away. They'll call a jump ball, Eagles ball. It took a minute, but they finally drank the coffee, and now the Eagles are within two. Officials weren't quite ready yet. Lear gets the inbounds pass. He'll bring it up. 39-37, 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Here is Barnes with the basketball. He backs up, back it up. Now gets it to Lear. Lear going to go inside the paint. Bounce pass underneath the woods. Short shot up. We're tied at 39. Minute 52 to go now as Britson brings it across the timeline on the near side. Confidence now, a little bit of smile and swagger in Smith's face as well as in Barnes. Bringing the basketball in, there is Sloan, gives it off over in the corner, driving in underneath, shot short, up and good. That one by Roberts. Eagles come soaring back the other way. Eisman into the far corner, dishes off to Barnes. Barnes looking, driving. Trying to back him up again. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken away by the Cardinals. Britson with the basketball, trying to find a break. Smith gets right in his grill and says, back it up, young man. Now they give it over to Sloan on the far side. Over into the corner. Ball goes out of bounds. Last brushed by the Eagles. It'll belong to the Cardinals with 1:04 to go. Down 41-39. We have tied the game here. Have the Eagles. Now trying to drive inside, kick it back out again. Up to the top of the key, picked up there by Benke. He sets up at the top of the key once again. It is Hinders on him, fired to the corner here. Driving inside, putting the shot up. Oh, nearly got away with a travel. Jumper off the back iron, no good. Lear goes and gets the basketball. Sloan takes down Barnes, no call, and now here's Barnes with a basketball. He's got Sloan to deal with, and they dish it off back inside to Eisman. Rotate to Hinders, back it comes to Barnes, up to Smith at the top of the key. Now inside to Eisman, outside Hinders. They rotate around over here to the near side. Barnes thought about a three, and a foul called on Sloan as he backed in right in to Barnes. That is foul number 4 on Sloan, so we're not going to see him for a minute as he steps off the court. And coming in is going to be Sam Wood. No real advantage in this situation here, one way or the other. Both guys just as tough as the other. Here's Lear with it now. Bounce pass, gets it over to Eisman. Ice, looking at the pick. Bounce pass over to Smith. Britson right there. 4 seconds on the clock. Smith loses the basketball. Cardinals bring it back up. Shot up, off the iron, no good. And we head to the start of the fourth quarter. Eagles are down 41-39, but have shown promise as we head into the final frame on the Eagles Sports Network.
In-step flooring in Kanawha. Think of plush, luxurious carpets in hundreds of colors and patterns. Consider the handcrafted beauty of exotic and domestic hardwoods. There's also the diverse styles and durability of ceramic and luxury vinyl. Options for all budgets. Choose in-step flooring in Kanawha.
Hi, I'm Cameron, and I play for the West Hancock Eagles. My Grandpa Bill at the Cobbler Shop has been dressing Eagle fans for over 50 years. Get a great deal on men's, women's, and children's West Hancock shirts, hats, hoodies, and coats. Plus, Vikings and Packers gear, Iowa State, Iowa, and UNI apparel, as well as Skechers footwear. Shop the Cobbler Shop, downtown Britt.
So what's the next big thing in farming? Iowa farmers will tell you it's working with the channel seedsman to select products placed to perform in their fields. Iowa farmers trust their channel seedsman to be there every step of the way through the growing season. It's that added benefit of knowing what will work best in your fields for better yield potential. What's the next big thing in farming? It's working with a channel seedsman. Your local channel seedsmen are Al, Rick, and Dave of Britt Seed Company. Like us on Facebook.
All right, as we head into the fourth quarter, remember to text in those votes for the Britt Food Center Player of the Game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. Now let's head back to AJ in the Battle of Hancock County in the fourth quarter.
And here we go as Wood tries to bring his way in. Here's the jumper, three-point range. That one is good. As slamming that one down was Graham. Now here comes Lear to the other end, gets it off. Jumper, three-point range, no. Ball goes off the hands of the Cardinals. It'll belong to the Eagles. No, it'll belong to the Cardinals. Sam Wood will inbound here with the Eagles down 44-39. Across the timeline, Wood brings it up, met there by Johnson. Drives inside, and they'll call a foul, and this one's going to go on Johnson. As he accidentally bumped right into Wood. Inbounds pass here as they fire into the corner. Jumper, three-point range. That one rims off, no good. Into the hands of Wood. He returns the favor, kicks it back out again into the corner. Picked up there by Benke. Benke cross court now, dishing it off over to Graham. Bounce pass over here to the near side, picked up by Roberts. No, Benke. Benke dealing with Lear. Has to dish it off to Wood. Wood goes inside the paint, but kicks it out in the corner to Graham. Now back it comes to Wood as he double teams. Dishes off to Benke for three, and he's got it. 47-39, and just like that, that's what the Cardinals can do to you very, very quickly. This is a good basketball team. Driving inside, Smith spins, turns, wheels, deals, dances around the rim, no good. Taken away now by the Cardinals. 47-39, 6:39 left to go in the game. Driving around the corner, here's Benke. He kicks it up top of the key. Over near side, picked up there by Graham. Rotating back, Benke again. Dishing it off to Wood on the near side. Wood being guarded there by Johnson. They'll rotate it around to the far side. Benke still trying to figure out where to go with the thing. Gives it off underneath to Graham, and Graham is mugged on the way to the hoop. Ryland picks up his third personal, second team foul overall. Barnes has 9 points, by the way. Smith has 9 as well, too. First offering up is good by Graham. That gives him 5 points in the ball game. Right now, Britson has 21 for the Cardinals. On the other side, Banky has 9. Make it 13, beg your pardon. Pass over here to the near side, 48-39, and a foul called, and this one's going to go against Nathan Roberts. And Roberts is none too happy about that. That'll give him his 4th foul. So they're going to bring in Sloan, who has 4 fouls, and take out Roberts. Inbounds pass, Eisman looking here to the near side, gets inside to Barnes. Barnes loses his defender, jumper, 3-point range, rims in and out, no good for Eisman. That makes it 48-39. Britson comes across the timeline on the near side with Smith right on his tail as they kick it over here to the near side. Graham, top of the key, dishes off to Benke for 3. That's no good. Barnes gets the rebound and clears it out to Eisman. He'll bring it across the timeline, right up to the top of the key, gets it off to Barnes. Barnes on the near side looking for Johnson. Johnson dishes back to Barnes, being pestered there quickly by Sloan. Dribbles to the inside part of the paint, working. Short shot up, that one off the front iron, no good. Collected up by Britson. Cardinals on the fly. Picking it up now, Britson. Can't figure out how to dribble the silly thing, so finally passes it off. Dished off to Sam Wood. Wood, near side to Benke. Benke trying to kill some clock here with about 5 minutes to go exactly. They're going to play pitch and catch here for a second while Britson sets himself up against Smith, driving down the baseline, and Smith is going to get called for a push. Mitchell gets his first personal in the contest. That tells you what kind of a clean game he's been playing today. Wood with the basketball here, fires over to the far side. Graham's got it. Now they got it to Britson in the corner. He fires underneath the Wood. Short shot up off the side of the glass, no good. Sloan gets the rebound, kicks it back out to Benke. Now to Graham. Britson thought about a 3, pulls back, gets it back up again. That one front iron, no good. And Sloan comes streaking out of nowhere to pick up the rebound. Eagles not even making the move to try and get the ball. Britson with the basketball, cross court near side, Benke. And is going to play pitch and catch for a second or two with 4:21 to go. Trying to preserve this 9-point lead. Benke with the basketball now, being pestered there by Johnson, and a foul called. Johnson commits the second personal. Is there blood on his leg? They're looking around, trying to figure out who's got the scrape. And it turns out to be one of the Cardinals. This looks like Graham looks like he got his knee skinned, and he'll have to come off the court. Timeout called, as they're not going to want to take the substitution. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well, too. 4:14 to go in the game. 48-39 our score. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Skip Miller of Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt. Take the long way home with the all-new EX1 gas engine car. Best-in-class fuel economy, a quiet, refined ride, less downtime, and more responsive acceleration. Now is the time to buy with financing as low as 1.99% on select models. Trust our certified team for all your customization, Easy Go parts, and service needs. Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
Well, this injury report to you is one of our cheerleaders has evidently jammed an ankle or done something, but she's okay. She's going to continue on. She was doing flips and all of a sudden came back and said, my ankle hurts, and it's her left ankle. Working it now. Here's the Cardinals as they go underneath to Sloan, who puts up an easy 2 to make it 50-39. 4 minutes to go exactly. Driving it into the corner. Here's Johnson, going to go baseline underneath everybody, puts the shot up, and a foul is called. Eagles much appreciative of that maneuver on the part of Johnson as he went in between a couple of trees in the form of Evan Sloan and, of course, Graham. First offering misses. We are still at 40-39. Cardinals have the lead. Eagles had tied this thing up midway through the third quarter, but just couldn't keep the rhythm going for whatever reason. I'm sure Coach Hiscox has a couple of opinions on that. Next offering is up, and that one is good. And that makes it now a 50-40 contest. Inbounds pass here with the Eagles down by 10, passing it over now. Here's Benke with the basketball. He brings it up. Eisman says high from half court, and Barnes steals the ball away. Barnes, bounce pass, gets it off over to Smith. Back it comes to Barnes. Top of the key, Lear. Back it comes to Barnes. Barnes kicks to Eisman, who can shoot from here, but opts to go in. Kicks it back outside. Smith driving, layup up and in. And a timeout now called. It'll be a 60-second timeout, which will take as well, too. Eagles have narrowed the gap to 8 with 3:29 left to go, down 50-42 on the Eagles Sports Network.
You have a choice where you bank. First State Bank of Britain Woden are here to make your choices easier. Whether you're looking for personal, business, or agricultural products, we're ready to serve you. Bank on the go 24/7 with our apps for mobile banking and bill pay. First State Bank of Britain Woden, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We make Hancock County our home.
50-42 our score, 3:29 left to go as the Eagles break the huddle. A.J. Taylor with you here from Garner Hayfield Ventura. I will be doing soccer matches with these guys coming up in the spring. That's going to be a lot of fun. That is my forte, to be honest with you. Our executive producers are Carl Waldred, Zarin Eggestal, and the hardest working producer in radio, Angela Nelson. And Feener back in master control, or in traffic, and Mel Balsley back in master control, keeping this place under control. Here's the inbounds pass as we get back underway. Working it across the way. Wood dishes it back. Now they'll kick it over as Wood brings it down into the paint but pulls back out again. Benke with a basketball here. Holds up, fires over to Wood. And a game of pitch and catch developing up at the top of the key. And looks like Lear's going to sacrifice a foul to slow down this process with 3:11 to go. That'll be his third personal and 5th team foul overall. So we go back to the business at hand of inbounding just in front of the Cardinal bench. Eisman's going to step out for just a moment and take a quick breather. Hinders will come in. Inbounds to Wood, down in the corner, on the near side. He'll work it back out to the top of the key. Wood looking to drive over here towards the near end, picked up there by Benke. Now they'll go top of the key once again to Sloan. Sloan playing with 4 fouls here has got to be careful as he drives in. Fires it back out again to Benke at the top of the key, and this time Hinders comes up and says, okay, enough. Eagles have a couple more to give here now as Eisman will come into the ball game. Hinders will sit down. That'll be Hinders' third, or make it his first personal. So the inbound here, and the pass way up here over towards the near side where Britson's got it. He comes across the timeline as Barnes guards him. Driving around, here's Benke, get it back over to Britson again. The sure-handed one. As he drives his way around the bucket, loses it, and a foul called as the official spotted something. Looked like it might have been grabbing the wrist. And this is going to be on Lear, and that'll be his 4th. Now you've got 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Lear asks Coach Hiscox, do you want me to stay in or get out? Coach initially thought about getting Hinders in, but opts not to. So Lear is going to stay out there with 4 fouls, and We still have lots of talent on the bench to work with against this team. Next offering by Britson is up and in. That extends the lead, 52-42, 10-point lead now. Iceman with the basketball across the timeline, bounce pass to Lear. He's got to be careful what he does, gets it off to Smith. Smith to Barnes, scoop it over near side towards Jackson. Now here's a jumper, three-point range, swish by Iceman. And a foul is called as Iceman rips away. At number 21 to Graham. Iceman now facing 4 fouls, and I'm sure that Mom is down around here just absolutely cringing. First offering is up, and that one is good. 53-45. Eagles down by 8. Next offering up makes it down by 9. 54-45. 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Working it now to Iceman. Back over here near side. Barnes going to go down inside the paint. Puts the shot up off the glass, and that one is good. Barnes now with 11 points in the game, tied with Smith. And now here's a travel on the part of Sloan as he received the basketball and then just decided to take about 3.5, maybe 3 3/4 steps. Eagles will get the ball back. Eagles, by the way, have the possession arrow in their favor, so if there's any tie-ups here, they're going to maintain the ball. Here's Lear with it as he works his way over towards Johnson. Johnson, inside traffic, loses the ball, and the Cardinals get it back again, courtesy of Sloan. Britson watches as he's tapped from behind by Barnes to slow the process down. That's 19 fouls on the Eagles, so Britson will go to the line. And Britson is a sure shot from here. His free throw shooting, by the way, is sky high. It's in the 90s. First offering up, and that one is in. He is shooting 94.1%. Can you imagine doing that for a season? Holy cow. Toes the line, fires, misses for the once. That's amazing. Eagles come back the other way quickly now, down 55-47. It's an 8-point lead. Here comes Lear with it, scoops off, gets it over to Iceman. Now they work it around towards Barnes. He kicks it back out again. Johnson, three-point range, no. Rebound taken away by Benke. And another foul as Smith this time. And they're going to call an intentional foul on him. That is Smith's second personal. So going to the line to shoot here is going to be Benke. He's all alone. First offering up and in. Cardinals, for whatever reason, are not performing adequately here. They're supposed to stay at the timeline. Next offering up, and that one hits the rim no good. Cardinals to inbound now. Wood will do the honors with 1:24 to go. And they get it into Britson. Britson quickly marked by Wood, or by Smith. And to the line we go. Mitchell gets his third. We're over the limit. Coach Iceman having a little bit of a word here. Who knows what it might be about. Make that Coach Hiscock. Sorry about that. First offering up by Britson. The announcer's curse apparently is working here. 1:22 to go. He misses the first offering. Toes the line again. Aims, fires, rims out again. Mercy, mercy, I didn't mean to do that to him. Barnes kicks it off over to Eisman. Far side, Smith, three-point range. Nope. Rebound taken away. Working across the timeline, here's Sloan. Fires down low, and a foul is called before the pass was established to go down to the bucket. Foul's going to be on Lear, and he's going to step off the court as he fouls out of the game, and Hinders will come in. Sloan will go to the line now with the Eagles down by 9 and 1:07 to go here. First offering up, out, no good. Cardinals come jogging down from the timeline to offer some encouragement here. Britson is told to back up for a second as the Eagles have domain of the paint. And the next offering goes up and in, and it's a 10-point lead. Smith, Barnes into the paint, drives the lane, nearly puts up a slam dunk, but decides just to lay it in there. 49-57, and quickly Hinders fouls. Wood will go to the line. Hinders will commit his second personal. Wood aims and fires and drops it home. (58-49) here, trying to extend it to a 10-point lead again. Next offering goes up, in and out, no good. And back come the Eagles, soaring back the other way. Here's Smith, Ice, into the corner, Johnson, back to Ice, jumper, three-point range, front iron, no good. Rebound taken away by the Cardinals. Britson has got it. They'll let that foul go. And working his way down to the corner here, Britson coming up. Smith doing everything he can to foul, and finally the official says, okay. That'll be his fourth personal here with 35 seconds to go and a 9-point lead. And Britson once again will go to the line. He's missed the last 4 in a row. Yeah, there we go. We got that broke. 59-49 as he drops one in. Next offering misses, and we stay at 10-point lead. Barnes will bring it down here. Britson on him, and he's going to drive into the lane, pull back, dribble into the corner. Ice getting it off. Over to Smith, into the corner. Johnson, top of the key, nothing there. Iceman dishing it back to Johnson. Jumper, three-point range. Oh my goodness. That'll make it now with 11 seconds to go, and the Cardinals and the Eagles just stop playing and start shaking hands as this game is over. 59-49, our final score. We will come back with our post-game show, which of course is brought to you by the Britt Bar and Grill. Eric, Stacy, and the entire crew have all kinds of great stuff going on over there. Steaks, burgers, wings, roasted chicken, whole bunch more too, as a matter of fact. You got to check it out. And you don't want to miss all the action all season long. We're up on the big screens. For those of you who don't come out to these road games, you can find us right there at the Britt Bar and Grill, located on Main Street, just across from the old Dollar General. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Game on at the Britt Bar and Grill. Traditional or boneless wings, mild or hot. We've got wings and sports for every fan. High school, college, or pro. Enjoy comfort food like burgers and roasted chicken or daily lunch specials. The best late night entertainment. Britt Bar and Grill, downtown Britt, where the fun never stops. Go Eagles.
McCluskey Appliance. For the best quality, selection, and prices on American-made Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Genair appliances. There's only one name to know, McCluskey Appliance. See them in Mason City or Garner and get free delivery and great service after the sale.
Go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto insurance. It's just another way the Brett State Farm team is there to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Jay Hiscox and his team in Brett at 641-843-3563.
KC Nielsen Limited, your local John Deere implement in Kanawha, Buffalo Center, Titonka, and Algona.
They carry a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory for your farming operation. When it comes to inspecting your John Deere equipment and providing you precision ag support, KC Nielsen has the total package to get the job done right.
Visit KCNielsen.com and follow them on YouTube.
Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company has been serving the families of North Iowa for decades.
We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help in any way we can. Please feel free to call us at one of our funeral homes or visit our website at ewingfh.com.
Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company at Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, and Ouse.
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
All right, get them in. Text in them votes for the Britt Food Center Player of the Game. Text me at 828-649-5469. That's 828-649-5469. We're going to head to our post-game show right after this.
Game on at the Britt Bar and Grill. Traditional or boneless wings, mild or hot. We've got wings and sports for every fan. High school, college, or pro. Enjoy comfort food like burgers and roasted chicken or daily lunch specials. The best late-night entertainment. Britt Bar and Grill, downtown Britt, where the fun never stops. Go Eagles.
Yeah. It's games like this that just get you a little frustrated because you have the three-point shooting going, you had a few things going, then all of a sudden things start to get a little cold. We start to see maybe some hesitation on the part of some of the Eagles here. I don't know. But certainly tonight it lived up to its billing. Garner Hayfield Ventura coming away with a victory tonight, 59-49 in the boys' game. Let's run down the scoring here. Wood had 4 points in the game. Roberts had 4. Graham had 7 in the contest. And Sloan had about 6 points in the game, but Drew Britson, this kid is just an absolute scoring machine. 25 points in the game, leads all scorers in the contest with his ability just to come in and create a lot of opportunities for the Garner Hayfield Ventura Cardinals. And Britson is a well-rounded player. This young man plays a multitude of sports and does an incredible job, and it is fun to watch him actually get out there and play his game, and he certainly does it to the best of his ability. He's got a lot of good focus, a lot of good skills in there, and certainly one of those guys that you really just kind of enjoy watching. On the Eagles side of things, Smith comes up with 11 points tonight. Eisman has held to 9 points, and that was 3 3-pointers in the ball game tonight. I don't know what was going on, but he was 3 of 9 for the game tonight. Just a tough contest for him. Barnes, 13 points, leads all scorers in the game. Hinders has 6 points. Then, of course, you have Logan Lear, who had 6 points in the ball game. Jackson Johnson had 4 points in the ball game as well, too. So kind of an interesting little bit of a study here as to what the Eagles are capable of doing. Of course, we don't have one of our players, and we're hoping to get him back as soon as possible. And if he gets into the ball, if he gets in there and starts getting physically trained and ready to go, who knows what we might see out of this contest tonight. But certainly tonight, just a tough situation for our West Hancock Eagles. We got Coach Hiscox stepping up to the plate right now, and he is, Coach, you had to kind of get into him a little bit tonight. You had to kind of lay into him for a second or two.
Could you tell I was?
No, actually, we couldn't. Mel back at the station had to hit the censor button.
No,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
We started out a little flat, and you know me, I'm not a guy to. I'm more of a guy that talk to him than scream at him, but I just felt like they were better than what they were playing in that first half. And shoot, I mean, we came all the way back and tied it up, and I think we used all of our energy making that comeback. You know what I mean? It's one thing when you're down and you make that comeback early. What was it, third quarter? I think we got it tied.
Midway third quarter, yes.
And it was like we got there and we thought, yes, we made it.
Right.
And then it was like, oh shoot, there's still another 8 minutes or 10 minutes to go.
And you get that letdown
Yeah.
because, okay, we've
they-
achieved that goal.
They did a really good job. We went to a 1-1 to start the second half on Britson just because he went off in that first half, 21 points, I think, in the first half.
Right.
So we went to a 1-1. We were able to come back, get it tied up, and then credit to Coach Young and company. They drew up some really nice sets to start the fourth quarter, and I believe it was Graham that came out and hit a couple threes.
Right.
That got some separation for them, and then they were off and running. And we just couldn't get into our stuff offensively. It's just like I told the kids in the locker room afterwards, I go, I'm not going to scream at you or anything. I go, the only thing we can do is just learn from every loss is a learning opportunity and take things away from this one and move on to the next game. So
the man-to-man, let's face it, was a little bit tough on you guys. I mean, Iceman was hesitating at times, and I noticed he started to back up and started taking shots a little bit farther back, and he had a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away. And then you take a look at some of the other guys. I mean, you're trying to penetrate in on this defense, and suddenly they stack you inside the paint.
Yeah, they do a really good job of their defensive principles. They do a really good job of containing penetration and then walling up physically with their arms out. So even though they may be bodying you a little bit, the referees aren't going to call them if you're in good defensive guarding position. And so I think that kind of got us hesitant a little bit. And then I thought early in the game, as solid as we looked offensively against Charles City on Saturday as far as like free flowing and kids weren't hesitating and they were letting it rip, I thought we had guys pass up shots.
Yes.
Especially in that first half. I know Logan, we ran an action that we knew he'd get a secondary look on it, and he popped out, and he wasn't even looking at the rim, and he was wide. I mean, there was no one near him for a three, but then in the second half, you see him run on a transition, and he pulls it right away with a guy that's almost in his face, but he didn't hesitate and knocks down a three. That's what we got to have from everybody. Because if everybody's willing to shoot like that, and we shoot a lot of threes, but everybody has to let it rip and be confident, and then that'll open up all the inside stuff and driving. So, frustrating night. It's one of those nights where it's like, I was talking to their coach, Jake, after the game, and I was like, man, it's just a roller coaster of a season.
Isn't it,
it's
though?
just up and down and up and down, and it's hard to let losses go until you have a game. So, like, this is one of those weeks, I was kind of happy we had 2 games. We only had 2 games. Now I'm wishing we had a game tomorrow night so I could forget about this one tomorrow night and start preparing for something else. But it'll be good for the kids physically to have a couple days, get in and get a lift tomorrow and get a good practice in tomorrow and then another practice on Thursday and be ready to go against North Union another time on Friday.
Get those aches and pains out by getting on the weights and seeing what you can do to create some possibilities.
Yep.
So you got a game Friday night. Yes, we're here in Cardinal world, but you've got an interesting game. This one's going to come up at home, and it's against a team that you have played before.
Short turnaround.
Yeah.
It's always harder to – it's always harder to play a team a second time around.
Especially that quickly.
Yep, that quickly. So we'll put together a plan in place. We'll make some adjustments from the first game. I don't know how much different we'll do than that first game. We'll probably come out in the same stuff and see if they can solve the riddle first.
Right.
And then if they do, then we'll adjust. But at this point, it's a matter of just kids staying confident offensively and getting a lot of shots up and then taking care of their bodies.
And the other thing is develop that confidence early in the warm-ups. And I don't know, if it's a matter of they just focus in the warm-ups and try to figure out, okay, I can do this, I can get ahead, instead of playing to the course of the game where your opponent is coming out there and starting to dictate terms early. Because we've seen that in a few games this year. Saw that a little bit tonight.
That was the story of this game. That's a great analogy, AJ, because they dictated the terms of this game from the jump. That they were going to be playing man-to-man, physical, in-your-face defense, and they dictated the terms, and we kind of cowered down a little bit. It took us, a half to get into the game, and that was, like I said, we got caught back up, but we had to use a lot of energy doing that. So, this one of those things where, like I said, you got to learn from the losses.
And then pick it up and then take it off because you've still got almost half the season to go.
We've still got a lot of games left, and we'll find out on Friday.
well, tomorrow we'll find out about Walkie if he's back.
Right.
Friday we'll find out who's in our district.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a lot of basketball to be played, and we've got some good players. A lot of, like I've always said, we've got a lot of first-year varsity guys that are playing significant minutes for the first time, varsity-wise, and we're all learning.
As a coach, do you worry about that district situation, or you just say, okay, we know what we've got, now let's move on to the next game?
The way the state does it, so they'll assign who's in your district on Friday. 1A and 2A will find out who's in their district.
Right.
And then the coaches in that district will meet, I believe, next week on Wednesday. We'll have a Zoom call, and we will vote on who's seated in that district. So I would imagine we'll probably be in Lake Mills or Newman's district, one or the other, and with Lake Mills or Newman being the top in that district, and deservedly so. So that's kind of how we find out who's in it first, and then a week or so later we vote on it.
And then just kind of put it aside.
And we put it aside, yep.
Yeah, and then
Go from
move
there.
on,
Yep.
which is huge, because you've got to focus on the games at hand right now and then
Yep.
see where it goes.
Yep.
Coach, I wish you well. You've got a little bit of a trip coming back, so we'll leave you be, and some things to digest, as you probably will. I'm sure you'll wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning going, oh, we should have done that.
I probably won't be asleep by 1 o'clock.
That's what I was afraid of. Anyway, take care, Jay.
All right, see ya. Thank you.
All right, that's Jay Hiscox. We will come back here with our scoreboard, as well as take a look at what's going on with the Eagles here coming up in just a second. And we're going to take a look and see if you have voted for our State Farm or Britt Food Center player of the game. Now, let me tell you something a little about Britt Food Center, okay? I just kind of want to tell you about this. You know, when in these days and times where you're looking at stuff and your places are coming up just maybe just a little bit short, Britt Food Center is not. They're not, folks. You can't go wrong with these guys. They've got top quality meats, fresh produce, deli, bakery items. They've got all the other grocery essentials. And you could even go to their website at thebritfoodcenter.com, britfoodcenter.com. Make sure you write that down. And you can find recipe ideas. I go to this thing all the time. I cook at home, obviously. You know, it's just me and a couple of dachshunds. But anyway, the point is that I cook, not just for me, but for them too. And I'm finding great recipe ideas that are low calorie. They're perfect for any kind of a dietary need. They've got weekly specials, so if you can line up your recipe ideas with the weekly specials, and you can also put together daily meal planners there as well too. So you can come up with all kinds of great things and not have to worry about what are we eating, what are we doing for dinner. We've already got it all lined out, and it's right there on the BritFoodCenter.com. They're bringing you your Brit Food Center player of the game. We'll find out who that is from your votes right here on the Eagles Sports Network. Back after this.
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BritFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners.
Britt Food Center appreciate your support and wish our Eagles good luck.
Hi, I'm Hunter McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive is your vehicle and ag tire supplier, offering full service in the shop, on the farm, or even roadside assistance. For parts, service, or tires, call 843-3536. McNeese Tire, Highway 18 West in Britt.
Now is the time to get pre-approved and lock in a great residential construction loan rate. Don't wait to build your dream home. Stop in and visit with me, Kelly Rush, at our Mason City West location, or call me at 641-380-3326.
Equal housing lender, residential home loans only.
Hi, this is Ben from the Hobnob in Britt, and we're cooking up all of our Eagle favorites like the Iowa steak sandwich, the honey barbecue burger, Dirty Bird, or the Hot Mother Clucker. Try our famous duck wontons or corn dip. Come experience the Hobnob in downtown Britt. See our full menu and daily specials on Facebook, or call 641-843-0508. Go Eagles! Game on at the Britt Bar and Grill. Traditional or boneless wings, mild or hot. We've got wings and sports for every fan. High school, college, or pro. Enjoy comfort food like burgers and roasted chicken or daily lunch specials. The best late night entertainment. Britt Bar and Grill, downtown Britt, where the fun never stops. Go Eagles!
Hey, Eagle fans, this is Jackie, introducing the Britt Food Center Player of the Game. All of us at the Britt Food Center think our athletes are all MVPs, so we would rather you choose today's Britt Food Center Player of the Game. Darren, myself, and our staff at the Britt Food Center invite you to stop in and experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store, like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli, and bakery items. Visit us online at BritFoodCenter.com for weekly specials, recipe ideas, and daily meal planners. And now, here's your Britt Food Center Player of the Game.
Oh, my goodness, here. Let's take a look and see who we've got as far as these players of the game are concerned. We appreciate you all texting in and letting us know who they are. For the girls, Mallory Lear comes away with the award tonight. And she played an outstanding ball game under the bucket. And Logan Lear, who comes up with, let's see here, 6 points in the ball game, also played an integral part in moving the ball around, ended up fouling out in the contest. But you fans are the ones that voted at 828-MIX KIOW. That's 828-649-5469. And congratulations to those two players. Mallory Lear, and Logan Lear are our two Britt Food Center players of the game. Looking around, let's see what we've got as far as scores are concerned in this contest. We don't have anything yet on the Belmont-Clemmy Eagle Grove game. That is on the boys' side of things. St. Ansgar and Osage, same thing on the boys' side there. But we do have the East Sac County defeating West Bend Mallard. It was the Raiders over the Wolverines, 73-48. That was in boys varsity basketball. Clear Lake Lions defeat the Algona Bulldogs, 75-57. The girls' side, it was the Belmont-Clemmy Broncos topping Eagle Grove tonight, 57-14 in that contest. That's a girls' varsity game. Iowa Falls Alden, the Cadets fall to the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs, 52-37. Those dogs have been really something since we had the chance to see them earlier on this year. Nashua Plainfield on the girls' side gets back past Newman Catholic tonight, 58-29. Bishop Garrigan tonight in girls varsity basketball, just hammering the Lake Mills Bulldogs in a final 80-33 tonight. Tough game on that girls varsity basketball game. Humboldt boys squeaked by the Webster City Lynx tonight. The Wildcats winning 46-45. And in boys varsity basketball, it was the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs defeating Iowa Falls Alden 55-45. That's the way things have stacked up in basketball. We also have a girls' final. Osage, the Green Devils, defeating St. Ansgar by the score of 43-28. Let's see what else have we got here. Boys varsity basketball, Lake Mills topping Bishop Garrigan tonight in 75-32. And let's see, North Butler tonight. That was a game from last night. Sorry about that. So there you have it. That's all the scores from around the area. Here, a tough game for the boys, but the girls were able to get by and win in their contest. And we look forward to going back out to Charles City on Thursday here on the Eagles Sports Network, as the ladies will have a turn there inside the Space Oddity, if you will. And when I mean that, I mean it is a huge gymnasium. It's rather odd to have something that big in a high school here in the area especially. But the Comets will host us. That's coming up here on the Eagles Sports Network. And then we'll have another game against North Union coming up on Friday night. For our executive producers, Carl Woldridge, Aaron Negestal, Ann Feener, and, of course, the hardest working producer in radio, Angela Nelson, I'm A.J. Taylor. Good night from Gardner Hayfield, Ventura, where the boys fall tonight 59-49 in a good-fought game, and the ladies come away with a 42-34 victory. Good night, everybody.
Big Red's Barbecue, award-winning barbecue.